Welcome, one and all, to A to Z Movie Nights. A to Z Movie Night contains foul language and may not be suitable for some listeners. You've been warned.
No, these idiot kids.
Oh, you history buffs listening, you know what I'm talking about? You got that reference,
I mean, he just laid down on a slab and just died there.
That's a great one, Tim.
I got nothing.
That's a great one.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
He's like, my name's Zach Bowman, and you know, I just really like reading too. That had nothing to do with my
All right, you guys, welcome back to another A to Z Movie Nights. This is one of your co-hosts, Tim. I'm sitting next to Chris.
Hello.
Did you freshly shave your head today?
Yesterday.
Actually, it was me.
I've got Zach here.
Yeah.
We've got Aaron.
If this hasn't worked out for me, I'm going to become a barber, just so y'all know.
That's good. Y'all heard it here first. Tonight's episode of A to Z Movie Night is going to be a fun one. It is the 1995 film Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
Aaron, would you like to tell us a little bit about Mortal Kombat?
Yeah. So Mortal Kombat is a 1995 American fantasy action film written by Kevin Droney, directed by Paul W.S. Anderson. He's the same guy that directed all the Resident Evil movies. Yeah. So this is not his only foray into those. It's starring Robin Shou, the guy who plays Liu Kang, Lyndon Ashby, Bridget Wilson, and Christopher Lambert.
It's Lambert.
Thank you. I was waiting for it. I was waiting for somebody to correct me. Yeah. They say that I say it all messed up. But it's a loose adaptation of the early entries in the fighting game series Mortal Kombat and the first installment of the live-action Mortal Kombat film series, which I think there was only 2 or something. But
yes.
But it received mixed reviews from the critics, with praise towards its martial arts sequences, atmosphere, exotic locations, and production values, whereas the performances were criticized along with the simple script. Mortal Kombat spent 3 weeks as the #1 film of the U.S. box office, which surprised the hell out of me reading that, earning over $122 million worldwide.
Well, they kept it PG-13 so they could get all them kids.
Oh, that makes sense.
More butts and seats.
I mean, that's why it was so popular. But so Threshold Entertainment followed with a 1997 sequel film, Mortal Kombat Annihilation, which Tim really wanted to do, and I did not.
We will do it.
It's a pile of shit.
And created 2 spin-off television series, Mortal Kombat Defenders of the Realm and Mortal Kombat Conquest, which I guess was the cartoon which I loved. A Mortal Kombat film reboot was announced by New Line Cinema in 2011 and never came out.
Talking about it for years.
There's some shorts, though.
All right.
So we're going to...
Chris
is going to give us a little plot synopsis.
Yeah. Let's get us in the mood.
All right, let's do this. Lord Raiden, played by Christopher Lambert, handpicks 3 martial artists. Federal agent Sonya Blade, played by Bridget Wilson. A Shaolin monk, Louis C. Kang, played by Robin Shou or Shu? Shou? I don't know. And action movie sensation Johnny Cage, played by Lyndon Ashby, and mentors them. After intense training, Raiden transports the trio to Outworld, the site of an interdimensional fighting tournament. There, the 3 humans must defeat the demonic warriors of the evil Shang Tsung, played by I'm not even going to try.
Kari Hariyuki Takawa.
Beautiful.
Takawa.
Great job. Or allow Tsung to take over the Earth.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, we always hit play. We do a countdown. If you want to watch Mortal Kombat along with us.
I hope somebody out there gets synced up and watches these.
Yeah,
there's got to be at least one person.
There's got to be at least one. Hey, if you're the one, tell us that you actually watched the movie.
So 3, 2, 1.
And cheers.
Cheers.
Pump that music, Zach. Pump that music, boy.
You don't get pumped to this song. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, so just right off the bat, they play this song. Everybody knows this song. If you went to high school,
the skating rink in Lumberton.
If you ever went to high school,
all the time, this would come
cheerleaders.
on, and I would go high speed, man.
This album, this soundtrack went double platinum in less than 2 weeks, which is fucking nuts.
I will say this. There were so many tickets sold to this movie. Whenever I went and saw it, there were kids literally standing up in the aisles.
Oh, dude, for real.
Yeah.
For real.
Oh, yeah.
This
there wasn't
came
enough seats.
I mean, this game was a sensation.
Oh, yeah.
Did the game come out before the movie?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, way before. I think this movie came out around right before Mortal Kombat 3, the arcade came out.
Yeah, because they touch on it.
I think
some of the
so,
story
yeah.
elements.
They
later on.
sample some of Mortal
God, I mean,
Kombat
right
too.
off the bat, it looks great. Like, this is a real high quality.
Oh, absolutely.
I love the actor that plays Shang Tsung.
Oh, me too, dude. That guy's the best.
He was in Showdown Little Tokyo.
Yeah, he's been in other stuff. Yeah,
He's been in several things. I love the guy who plays Liu Kang too.
Yeah, he was very big in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
This was his first American film. But
he's kind of one of those pretty boys, though, you know.
They went and found him in Hong Kong, yeah.
Oh, he has a glorious mane. This guy that plays Shang Tsung has the best, like, just pissed off face.
Yeah.
He's just so expressive, too.
Your soul is mine.
He's got a badass jacket.
Look at this shot.
Your brother's soul is mine.
Well, so, like, the thing about it, though, that makes it really cool when you were a kid is, so you played these games starting in, like, the late 80s. That was scary. You know what I mean? Like, we played it on Super Nintendo and everything.
Well, it wasn't in the late
arcade.
80s.
It was 90s.
I think the first one came out in... the first arcade came out in, like, 89
So this was an arcade game before it was a
positive
console game?
Yeah. It was arcade. Yeah,
They were all cabinets.
This was the game you stood in the arcade and waited in line to play this game.
At this point, like, well, not at this point, but when Mortal Kombat came out,
people would be crowded around it watching people play this game.
Because it was bloody.
Well, Street Fighter reigned supreme until Mortal Kombat came in.
The moms were trying to get at it, right?
This was one of the main games that was, violence in video games is making kids bad.
Yeah.
This one and Doom and
Wolfenstein.
They did this the video game as an answer to Street Fighter. It just made it more violent.
Right.
Threw in hidden characters and things you could unlock. I love this coming up. Sonya and Jax. This is Jax that didn't get introduced to the second game. But they've got giant shotguns. None of these people in this club give a shit. That they're storming through their...
I like that they made Kano Australian and shit.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I found out that he was supposed to be half Asian American in the first game, but that Ed Boon and John Tobias, the creators of the game, loved this Australian version of it so much that this guy did in this movie.
It looks so cool.
That for the rest of the games, they changed the character.
Yeah, they retconned his story.
It's like he's almost like the Gambit of the Mortal Kombat franchise.
This guy got cool, red eye.
That was what was great about this movie is when you saw it when you were a kid, because we all played these games, but the games literally have like zero plot. They might have like 5% plot in the games, and then your imagination.
Yeah, every character has like a small.
You know what game had a great plot? The fighting game that had a great plot? Tekken.
Have our own little honeymoon.
Screw Tekken.
I don't know. I mean, Tekken's so like out there,
Sip my
dude.
beer.
It's crazy. But this one was really cool because it gave us like you could tell that the creators of the game really put a lot of input in it. So we knew
they were
like
very closely attached. Yeah.
So this is like
it is
canonical or whatever. You know?
Actually giving a storyline to a fighting game that was famous just for being bloody. They did a really good job.
Yeah.
Here comes. Why doesn't she shoot? Just let that guy get.
So these people are still just partying?
Yeah, that guy just got a couple stray bullets into that crowd.
I mean, this has got to be some kind of hellish.
they're
this
still
is some kind of hellish dystopia.
Nobody got shot. They're still dancing.
I mean, what is the state of the world that this takes place?
I don't know, because drugs usually make me more paranoid. Somebody's got a shotgun. I'm getting out of there.
Yeah, some shit's about to go down. Now
enter the American actor.
This was a cool
Johnny
thing.
Cage.
This is a cool thing that was obviously the character and the creator said this in the game. The character Johnny Cage is Jean-Claude Van Damme. It was based off Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Well, the whole game actually was the remnants of a Jean-Claude Van Damme game. Mortal Kombat was like built with assets.
Well, so
wasn't Predator too? Wasn't Predator like started with Jean-Claude Van Damme?
He was the stunt guy in the suit.
He was the first stunt guy.
They scrapped it because the alien looked bad. But they were going to have Jean-Claude Van Damme actually play Johnny Cage in this movie.
Yeah.
You know why he didn't do it?
He wanted to do Street Fighter.
They were doing Street Fighter at the same time, and the schedules overlapped.
I don't know, man. There's this guy that's doing it that's dying of cancer for his kids, and like I heard it's gonna be in Colombia. There's gonna be a lot of blows.
This was literally the role he was born to play because it was created.
That was my Jean-Claude Van Damme impression.
You have to
and
sound
also,
a little more Dutch.
Originally, the actress that was going to play Sonya Blade in this, Cameron Diaz.
Oh, really?
But she hurt her wrist before filming.
Doing
so
what?
they cast home chick.
Probably playing in The Mask.
Yeah, probably dancing. Yeah, probably fucking hurt herself dancing in The Mask.
Well, they had planned on getting Brandon Lee to play Johnny Cage, but, you know, he kind of got killed.
Kind of got killed on set.
Shot, yeah.
All right, people,
The
reset. We're
old
back
Lee
in 15
family
minutes.
conspiracy.
Now, what do you
Look at this Spielberg lookalike.
need? Last shot.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna get a gun, and I'm gonna shoot myself for being in your movie. Look, kill me. I'll be back directing traffic.
Yeah. So that that is
back directing traffic. Those are actually real back stagehands and stuff that's on the film.
It's kind of a callback because we did Bloodsport, right? But Mortal Kombat was built out of the assets that were acquired. So these two guys wanted to build a game that was just working title was called Jean-Claude Van Damme, and they took like video sprites from Bloodsport and turned them into animations for fighting game. And they made a fighting game of Jean-Claude Van Damme, and then they never got the rights or anything, so then they made Mortal Kombat out of it.
Because Liu Kang was supposed to be Bruce Lee.
Right.
Jai Cage was Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Right.
Shang Tsung from the original was basically Lo Pan.
From
Big Trouble in Little China.
Pretty much,
You're one of the best martial artists in the world, and I can help you prove it.
And then we have
Prove it. How?
Kenny Rogers in here
Yep.
trying to
Say,
invite
this
him.
guy seems like the best actor in the movie.
He's inviting him to a tournament.
Here's how you prove yourself, because he's being accused of being faking his martial arts in his movies.
He's like, hey man, here's an invitation for the Kumite.
Here's a bag. There's a badass tournament. You won't be able to believe you. Go do
there's
this.
a boat.
Go not die.
Leaves Pier 40.
It's a reality TV series, didn't you know?
Be on it.
Yeah, I saw this at Feelin' 6 here in Beaumont.
Oh,
Back in the
the
day.
one that's a church now?
I think it's like an acting.
You talking about the one?
Oh, shit.
You talking about the one
That
by
guy's
Black
been in a
Cadillac
lot of
and stuff?
movies.
BCP now.
That guy that just picked him up.
Oh,
That
yeah.
guy's been in Escape from L.A., Dante's Peak, which we talked about, Ghost of Mars, Congo, Arachnophobia, Hunt
All
for Red
that.
October, They Live,
All
Red
the
Heat. Yes,
Best actor in the film.
Karate Kid.
Karate Kid.
Also said that apparently this area is so secluded they had to actually take boats just to get to set.
Oh, this is all
Just the film.
This is that all has to be in Thailand or Vietnam or something. Thailand.
I don't know, dude. That looks like the fakest background I've ever seen.
don't
That
think
sky
it is.
I don't
cannot
think
be
that
No,
is.
they're
Not
actually
that
on
one.
location.
Yeah,
for a
that's
lot
a
of this
location
stuff.
shot.
They didn't have the budget to
That's a blue
fix that
sky.
with
It's always a bad thing for production to take these really far out locations like that, where you have to take a boat to get out there because it increases your cost by
a lot.
200%.
And insurance. And all the shit that could go
Well, they
wrong.
probably didn't have insurance in Thailand.
What happened? After you left for America.
They kill
It's
your
all
brother.
it's all your fault. You left. You went to
Preparing for
America,
the tournament.
fucker.
Grandfather.
What do they call this whenever they explain the plot to
filled
you?
my head with that.
Exposition.
Exposition, yeah.
This character, Liu Kang, he has no idea how bonkers his life is about to become. He has no idea. We're talking about people that can transform into any human that they want to look like.
Bro,
Dudes with swords for hands.
dog, a guy with 4 arms, dog,
A dude with 4 arms.
and a really shitty ponytail.
A guy that can just freeze you.
Yeah.
Actual
Man, I can't
freeze.
I can't wait till we get to that scene, dog. Remember how jacked up that got you when you were a kid? We'll talk about it.
We're talking about
Is
the,
it the
we're
scene
talking about the scene in the
we ain't-
woods.
We ain't talking about that
Yeah,
yet.
that's
In
such
the
a
woods.
good
That's
scene.
that's the scene, man.
He left our temple, turned his back on us.
All right, I hate to keep talking about the game versus the movie, but here's another little fun fact about the game too. So the game was made with video sprites, right? Mm-hmm. It wasn't. All the characters in the
What
game.
do you mean sprites?
Sprites, 2D animation sprites.
It's like they rotoscoped it?
Oh, yes.
Not exactly. I'm not.
That's just the terminology.
It's just
for,
a terminology,
Okay,
yeah.
anyway.
So they were made from video sprites. So the actors were. There was actually actors in the games, and they were filmed, and then they would use those little animations for everything, right? And the guy that played Johnny Cage. I think he might have played Kano. He played 3 characters in it, but he got royally fucked by the video game company. They didn't pay him jack shit or something.
I'm pretty sure he was
Yeah.
Cage, Kano, and Scorpion.
Damn, Raiden.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That's the whitest Raiden that should ever exist, right?
Yeah, for one, this
He
was
also
a
He looks like
strange
a
casting choice.
he looks like a
and
rip off
Striker.
David Carradine.
He's a thunder god. He is. He's the Japanese thunder god, dude. Don't call him white. Raiden.
Did you see him?
This isn't.
Bro, you.
It's funny because
You're really dispelling the illusion right now.
Christopher Lambert is
My
almost
Lord
fucking
Raiden.
blind.
American life is
So
yeah.
without
Yeah.
his
Mine.
special glasses on, he can
Too
hardly
much
see.
television.
So
Whoa, like in real life?
in real life, yeah.
So he can't see right there.
And supposedly
I
he
am.
can't
Show
do
me how.
contacts. So
I mean, it works out for that
Is that
mystical.
why he looks cockeyed
like,
throughout the movie?
he's
he
always
can't
like
see who
he
he's
looks like he's
talking to.
looking into your future or something.
yeah, he's
it's
looking
kinda-
past you, not
Yeah,
at you.
that's a good technique.
So this
Being
explains why Connor McLeod uses a katana.
Speaking of Connor McLeod, I saw that they originally wanted Connery to play Raiden. But
Really?
of course he wasn't going to do
God,
it.
if
'cause he would rather-
they would have got all those people like Jean-Claude Van Damme, what's her name?
Cameron Diaz.
and
And Sean Connery.
And Sean Connery,
That would've
like-
been
kind of a-
a
It'd been
twirl.
like Powerhouse. Did he
you're
not do it for Highlander
you're,
or something?
You're mistaken, I think. They wanted Sean Connery to play Gandalf for a while. Is that what you're thinking of?
No, I was literally just looking at the Mortal Kombat
Oh,
IMDb
okay.
and it said
Well,
that they wanted
Sean
Connery
Connery-
to be Raiden, and it was odd how they got Christopher Lambert because they were both stars
Yeah.
together in Highlander.
Yeah. That's
Wait a
weird.
minute. The guy from the first Highlander who was the bad guy, isn't he the bad guy in Mortal Kombat Annihilation?
Much time.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
The really ugly dude with the are you?
Yeah. That guy was in Starship Troopers. He was in a lot of stuff. The guy in Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Okay, so one
He was like
thing
a soap opera guy.
one thing about doing this has made me realize is that
Everybody on this pier is
whenever
well-known.
you watch a movie, you really aren't watching the movie at all. It seems like because I did not realize that that's the Highlander guy
Really?
until y'all said that.
God dang, dude.
Damn.
Get it
I mean,
together.
shit. The last time I seen this, I was
your head in
like
the
I was
game.
like 10.
Remember, they recast him in the second one, and it was the dude that played Ajax in the Warriors.
Oh yeah, yeah. And,
It is all
Annihilation.
connected.
It is all connected.
Look, don't let them get to you.
Yeah, sure.
Did they do like a friendship or the ballady or anything?
They
like
do
that
a
in this
friendship
movie?
in this. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
London,
A friendship?
They do
Were you much of a Mortal Kombat
a
player?
reference to the friendship. In the
No.
second, in Mortal Kombat 2,
They
they
introduced
added in
different fatalities.
friendships and babalities to add humor to it.
Right. so
oh,
there's
so
fatality
like-
moves
just like a
where you murder
fatality.
somebody
Oh, and then they come in.
and they give him
and,
a
like, they
present
help you out.
or
Do
something.
something goofy.
Give him like a lollipop or a balloon or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
For friendships.
Or a signed autograph
Like they have
photo.
characters that are
Yeah.
allies.
They did it for goofs and gas.
No.
A little funny story is. I'll tell you the end and then I'll back it up. So this is how I first saw bestiality porn on the internet. Was whenever Mortal Kombat 3 came out, I was looking up all the fatalities.
You were looking up the animality.
And I looked up animality, but I typed in, I thought it said bestiality instead of animality. I was like,
What? No.
I was
You
like,
got on the
Mortal
dark
That
Kombat.
sounds like something you tell your mom. Like, oh, I
was
thought
like,
it said,
that's a cop-out.
I thought it said
It's a cop-out.
animal
not-
beast.
it's
You
not a
know, those
cop-out,
are
bro.
interchangeable in my brain, like on the fly. Yeah, no
Trust
way.
me, dude, I would not have been able
There's
to
no
think of that.
fucking
I would
way.
not have been able to think of
There's
that.
no fucking way you got
right,
bestiality from animality.
I was like, look at all this. I was like, this is not the Mortal Kombat move.
So how did the rest
This
of your
is
internet
nuts.
search go?
Yeah, did you
So how'd you
finish?
spend the next hour
Did you
of your
finish?
night?
Well, let's say I
Did you
clicked.
finish?
Let's just say I clicked around a little bit. All right, sue me. I clicked around a little
Hey
bit.
man, pussy, you know?
That's a dark
I was,
hole.
I was like 11. All right, I clicked around. Fuck y'all. I wasn't 11. I was like
This guy-
9.
rated.
I was like 9.
We're never gonna be able to put these episodes on video. You know that, right?
Oh, these. Oh,
Like, I don't know if anybody can tell by the sound of my voice, but I'm half naked right now.
Yeah, nobody.
I'm sure they can tell.
Sex got me all hot and bothered over
It
here with his
is
shirt
hot.
off.
It is fucking hot.
It's fucking hot.
I think her AC.
Don't get on
goes
that
up.
thing. Hey,
He
son.
looks like he's about to play Johnny Cage.
Now, Shang Tsung like tricked the three of them into entering the tournament. So why is he taking off before she gets on the boat? I guess he wants her to think that it's her decision or whatever. Because Kano is on the boat. She saw that glowing red
Yeah,
eye, and
she
her
knew.
whole objective is revenge. Okay, I understand that Johnny Cage is like a movie star in Hollywood and everything, but he's still a guy.
Yeah.
Like, why does he have all of those bags?
No, do you?
Because he's a movie star
Because
in
he's a
Hollywood.
movie star. He's
Tim.
a spoiled brat with a bunch of luggage.
That's
and a bunch
all.
of changes of clothes.
Think of Tropic Thunder. Ben Stiller in Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, I get it. I'm
You know,
just saying.
like he adopted a kid.
Find him.
Adam,
Rich people.
Are they on the set of
You would
Hook?
understand.
What's going on?
Just another starstruck fan, huh?
Timeline would sync up. Anybody want a shot? As far as I can get it.
Yeah, I'll take one. What you want?
So Shang Tsung tricked all of them to getting on this boat to get them to the tournament. I love her poses and stuff right here. But then Raiden is like,
This looks like Hellraiser.
Yeah, it
messing
does.
with my
Chains and shit,
fighters.
yeah.
Shang Tsung, at your service.
And obviously, if anybody doesn't remember, she was the girlfriend in Billy Madison.
She's so hot.
Last Action Hero.
She was the daughter in Last Action Hero. Yeah,
That we just wrapped up.
yeah, that was our last one.
Hey,
We had
nice.
a really good time too without Zach.
she's just doing her job.
Yet here he
I
is,
want backup.
shirtless.
Oh, radio fort.
Yo, I think she's like
come back with a bang, you know.
I think she's like a real estate
Real
agent or
power
something.
move, Zach.
Really?
I think so. I think I looked it up. She's like a real estate agent or some shit now. She's like,
This is where we
All
get
right,
to
enter
see.
enter what I would say
this
is
was
all the kids'
all of our
two
favorite yeah.
characters.
This is all our favorite characters when we were kids.
And they actually looked pretty cool.
Yeah,
in
they
the
did.
movie.
No, they did a really good job with the
could've
characters
looked-
in this movie.
Yeah, they could have looked really
As much as I
cheesy.
remember.
But it was a big deal
So
to us
here's
kids.
a cheers to our favorite antagonists
Hell yeah,
in
cheers.
this movie. Yes.
Even though Sub-Zero is supposed to be a protagonist.
Exactly.
Well,
But he was
they-
under the mind control.
He's under mind control, yeah.
Dude, that shit tripped me out when
Yeah,
I was a
because
kid.
it
God,
got-
that looks so bad now.
In the games,
So bad.
Scorpion and
I thought it was a
Sub-Zero
lot
were
better
bitter
in my
enemies.
memory.
Mortal enemies, I would say.
Hey, hey, hey.
They were both in the same clan, the Lin Kuei.
No, wait. What? No,
it
no,
was,
no, they're
it
not.
was different clans.
Yeah, Scorpion was in
Scorpion
totally
was a part of the
he
Lin
wasn't
Kuei
Lin
with
Kuei.
Sub-Zero,
I don't think
and then
so.
he betrayed
No.
Sub-Zero.
God,
and
so we just
Sub-Zero
got
ripped his
we
head
just got
off.
our
No,
first
Sub-Zero betrayed Scorpion, actually.
we just got
It
our
was the other
first
way
good
around.
glimpse of the effects that we should expect for
The
the
first
rest of the
Sub-Zero
movie.
was a bad guy. The second Sub-Zero
You're
was
absolutely
his
right.
younger
Yeah.
brother.
Did you learn that from that shitty PlayStation game, the Sub-Zero Chronicles or some
No,
crap
no,
like that?
no, yeah. Mythologies.
Yeah, that's
My
it.
sincere apologies.
No, you learned that in
Won't
like
happen
Mortal
again, I
Kombat
promise.
3.
Yeah, it was in the third one.
Man, I wasn't checking.
Well, see,
I wasn't
Raiden's
messing
like
some people up.
Are
in
they
that
at
game.
10 now? Is it Mortal Kombat X or something?
XL.
Yeah, X.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's awesome, man. Those new ones are fucking awesome.
They're badass.
I just never liked fight. I mean, I like the arcade fighting games with the joystick and everything. Like that was fun, but I'd never gotten to the ones on the consoles.
I really liked MK8 too.
Because there was always somebody that was just beating my ass.
Mortal Kombat vs.
Yeah.
DC.
Man,
I like that one a lot.
Yeah,
I
Mortal
like that one a lot.
Kombat DC was pretty fun.
You really are
Very
Raiden.
wacky.
What? Injustice?
No,
You know, I liked it-
before
I like-
Injustice,
like-
there was
That's
Mortal
not-
Oh, it was
Kombat
Like, see, I liked adventure
versus
games like
DC.
Echo. You know, like
Echo the Dolphin.
That's one of the weirdest games in history.
Yeah.
And then there's a man
good, though.
who, as far as I
It's
can
a good
tell,
game.
is made out of
A
electric
non-violent
It's
explorer
not-
dolphin
it's
game.
not
it's kind of violent.
I just, yeah.
You stun fish.
The music was so creepy in that
I love
game.
that game.
I don't remember the music. But it's probably, yeah, you're probably right.
I don't understand why they're spelling it R-A-Y. That's not how it's spelled in
What, the
games.
subtitles?
Yeah.
Raiden.
Yeah.
Subtitles are always fun to watch because
Yeah.
you listen, like especially on like anime, because
Oh, yeah.
the translations are
Yes.
it's so
Yeah.
bad. It's fun though. This I noticed this one was bad from the beginning, so we should be in for a treat if we read the subtitles.
Tournament called Mortal Kombat.
Some more exposition.
He really should clear his throat. It's been like 30 years.
And I come back to you
been a
now
long time.
at the turn of the tide.
World ruled by an immortal.
Y'all see what I just did?
Crowned himself emperor.
Is anybody
Come-
paying
I-
attention to Tim?
Come back to you now at the turn of the tide.
No, I see
That's,
you in
that's
the
Lord of the
X-Men
Rings.
shirt, and I just it's like a blur.
He's doing a
Some
Gandalf
Gandalf
the
shit.
White.
Yeah, some Gandalf shit.
Gandalf the White. Yeah.
Yeah, but this came out
Why's he
before
gotta be
Lord of
white?
the Rings.
I'm making fun.
For Shang Tsung.
It's almost it's like Willow. It's like the entire time of Willow we're making fun of it for being a ripoff.
Lord of the Rings ripoff.
So this is a scene where they get the team together.
Yeah.
Will be the 10th tournament.
There's some really weird rules
How many-
for this
How many
competition.
how many realms are there in Mortal Kombat? There's Earth, there's Outworld,
There's
which is
Outworld.
There's
like
Adenia. There's
what's Adenia?
There's
What the fuck is that?
That's where Katana was from, and
Oh,
Shao
okay.
Kahn conquered
So
it.
this is
there's
Is that
nothing.
also like where Baraka and Reptile and all them are from?
Yeah,
I know-
originally.
I know
is Baraka where
Sindel.
Obama's from? Okay.
Sindel.
I know there's,
Baraka, Hussein.
and there's
Baraka.
there is hell. There's hell. 'cause
So
that's where Scorpion.
so
is.
all this what you're
The
talking about.
Netherrealm.
What you're
The
talking
Netherrealm,
about is
that's
from the
hell,
video
yeah.
games, right?
It's from this too. I mean, this
Did they talk
They
about it in
they
here?
briefly touch on it a little bit, but there's so much.
They can't go into detail,
Yeah.
otherwise it would make
So,
it ridiculous.
like, by
It's
the
like
t-
little
by-
Easter eggs for the kids that play the
But
video
by
games.
the time this came out, like so the fighting game came out in like the early 80s.
93.
No.
No. It was
Oh,
like
92. 92 was the original game. So this was 3 years after the game. So how many games came out
There was two out at this time.
before
They
this
were
game?
Maybe
they were,
three.
They were already talking about the third one.
Yeah,
So it was
about
the
to drop
original
the
one.
third
So
arcade.
so these were all just arcade games. They weren't yet
Yeah.
console
No, they were
games?
on Super Nintendo too.
They were on
That
Super
too.
Nintendo and
Just
Sega
not-
Genesis.
They got popular in the arcades.
Yes.
Yeah, they didn't come out on the console until at least a year after the arcades too,
Yeah.
because the arcade people made sure of that.
Well,
they were like,
so-
if you drop this on home console, people will stop.
They're gonna
playing.
stop coming
So
to the arcade.
when did Genesis come out?
91.
Okay,
That's
see,
right after Super Nintendo.
so I
came
had
out.
what I remember about Mortal Kombat the most is I had a Genesis, and I remember at the same time that I had it on Genesis was
Genesis,
the time.
you could do. They had blood.
But,
Super
but
Nintendo.
yeah,
they
okay,
did-
so that's
Censored on
okay, so
Super
that's
NES.
right. So whenever it was on Genesis, I remember hearing a lot of like moms being like pissed off about it.
Yeah.
So that was so Genesis
Tipper
was the first one.
Gore
That had.
went to.
So that was part of Tipper Gore's thing?
Yeah, Supreme Court talking about
The same time she was attacking the music industry.
yeah video game violence and the parental advisory on CDs happened, and they were trying to sue video game
Well,
companies.
I remember being at seriously, like I remember being at daycare and a kid had a game, like had one of those Game Gears or the
Sega Game Gear?
Yeah, and like he had the game on it, and I remember like him getting in trouble for having that game because
That
like
kid's parents must have
that's
been
a
rich
bad
to
game.
afford all those batteries.
Well, you know, daycare.
Look at this! Look at this!
We're dating
Is that
ourselves.
like a
with
sat
streamer.
phone?
we are.
She's on.
Jax, this is Sonia. Do you copy?
Why they have to put an extra
What
X
actress
on
is that?
Jax's name?
You're in the.
That's the girl we just talked about it
What was
from
your name?
fucking Billy Madison.
Bridget
It's
Wilson.
Bridget.
Was she in that Wild Things or what was that one with the
no.
chicks in the pool?
Was she in that Wild thing?
She was.
It was a movie.
She was
I know.
Arnold
You know what
You know what I'm
Schwarzenegger's-
talking about?
Yeah,
Was
yeah,
it
I
called
know.
Wild Things?
Yeah,
You're thinking of the one where
Denise
Nev
Richards
Campbell and Denise
yeah,
Richards
yeah.
make out.
Yeah, they make out in the
Matt
pool,
Dillon.
you know, and there's that other guy. I don't know
It's
what he
not
was
her.
doing.
The other guy. You see Kevin Bacon's butt in that.
God, they
movie.
really make him out to be a pussy, man.
I know. Look at him. Come
They
on.
do, and he's like my favorite character too in the game.
She just chunked like a $900 cell phone.
That was like a
dirt.
No, he well no.
$10,000 sat
So
phone.
he's the Johnny Cage is the reluctant hero. Then
He's the John. No,
He is-
it's
because he's
the
like,
reluctant
God, I
one,
don't want to
yeah.
be here. This is a set. Like,
He's
Yeah.
reluctant, yes.
But then he eventually comes through.
but he's actually a good guy.
yeah.
So who? All right, let me. This is a little round table, real quick. Zach, who was your go-to character you played with
Ooh.
growing up?
Which
All-
one?
all
Are
the
we
way up
talking about?
Just all the way
the
up till
first
trilogy. All the way up till
Man.
all the way up till trilogy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, see, I never played that much Mortal Kombat, but I really like the cyborg guys, like the Smoke.
Which
and there was Smoke and who?
Sector.
Smoke, Sector,
Cyrax.
Sector was cool. I
Cyrax.
think. I mean, like I really like Smoke. I really like
All
that
right,
character.
Smoke. He was
I
the best
remember,
one
yeah,
of
and I
all.
never played that much, but I do remember like that was a guy.
He was cool. Chris, who was your go-to?
Mortal Kombat 2 Katana.
Katana.
All
Oh
day.
yeah, you like
Every
the
day.
fans, boy.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
cha-cha-cha-cha-cha.
Oh yeah.
Fanning him
He's
up.
still got those fucking.
Look how bad that
suitcases.
blue. That's some blue screen.
Oh, that's
Oh, it's
yeah.
matte painting.
Matte
Look at that.
painting,
Oh
matte
my
painting.
God, it's
Yeah,
so bad.
little bit of everything.
If you were to watch
Yeah.
the sequel, God
Possible.
bless, does it get so much worse?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
It
gets
you
worse
have
than that?
No
Oh, it gets
idea.
fucking
It's like
bad.
fucking half the budget.
We'll have
It
to do
looks
a
like they
sequel
spent
eventually.
like $500
Tim,
on the whole
who you
film.
fight with? Who you fighting with, boy?
You know, through the whole trilogy, I mean, overall, Sub-Zero would have been my
Hell yeah, dude.
go-to guy. You know, followed closely by Kung Lao.
Oh, Kung Lao was
Yeah, if you
legit,
could
dude.
master
I
him. He
never
was a
liked you Kung Lao
badass.
people.
He was a
He was
badass.
legit.
Formidable.
It's like
There
Liu
was
Kang's
so many-
uncle
I
or
mean-
something like that.
Cabal. He was an ancestor. Yeah,
Cabal was badass.
Cabal was
Most
good.
everyone that played
Kano in Part 3 was really good too.
everyone played like professionally. I
There's
can't say I'm air
Katana.
quoting, but they always played Cabal because he was.
Oh,
OP.
those creatures.
It usually means
That's pretty. That's
That's
pretty
reptile,
cool.
dog.
It's a reptile.
Oh, yeah.
There's Katana. Look at her. Checking you out.
Oh,
Liu
this
Kang.
was the
Dang,
coolest
bro.
scene, right?
Checking you out. No, that comes later. This is where like fans of the game flipped out right here.
most dangerous adversary.
Like right here when he says this.
Watch her carefully, reptile.
Oh, reptile! And you're like, it made people flipped out when he said, "Watch her carefully, reptile."
Oh my God!
Look at
It
that.
looks like Banjo Kazooie.
That's
Man,
some,
they look-
that's
they
some
look
Nintendo
good, bro.
64 graphics right
Oh
there.
my
That's what's
God.
crazy is that the
Good,
game
dog.
looked better than the movie.
Well, the
But it
game
was just
video.
cool that he just referenced because Reptile
Yeah.
was a secret hidden character in the first Mortal Kombat. That if you did some weird shit, you could go down to the pit and fight Reptile.
You
Well,
had
in
to,
two,
you had to,
you
you had
could
to
play
wait.
him.
you had to-
and then he was
yeah.
he was a
Play as
character. He was a character
On
in
the
part
first one,
two.
you had to
But he was
wait
the
until
secret
you were
character.
fighting on the bridge, and you had to see him fighting in the background or something. It was full moon.
When the moon had
Yeah,
to be
the
full,
moon,
yeah. Then you uppercutted somebody off.
Yeah.
And,
Does that really even exist in video games nowadays? Like, kinda, you gotta pay
well,
for it.
now there's the internet, so you can just Google it and find
Yeah.
out. Back then, you had to like figure it out.
There's an Easter egg in some.
or you could call
there's some game.
1-900 Nintendo
like
Power.
Nintendo Power.
No, there's some game that's out that there's an Easter egg in that nobody's found yet.
Man, Raiden creepy as fuck, dog.
There's one in one of the Grand Theft Auto games, like a ghost or something.
The Yeti or the
Yeah,
Bigfoot
something
thing.
like that.
Did y'all ever see the YouTube shorts that guy had made of Mortal Kombat?
Yeah,
They're
it was
like-
a web series.
yeah, web series,
Yeah.
R-rated, actually pretty badass.
No.
It was like one-off.
How I not know
thing.
this?
I think it's the
'Cause
same
it was-
guy that did the Power Rangers one that was really dark.
Oh, that Power Rangers trailer or whatever that was
Well,
really good.
and then he tried to get like a Kickstarter going to get a new movie made.
That guy would have made a better movie. I mean, I actually liked
Yeah.
the new Power Rangers movie, but that guy would have made a better movie.
I forgot it existed. I never saw it.
It was all right.
Prince
It was interesting.
Goro.
Excuse me.
You were all witnesses to one of the greatest
I thought about seeing the
in
Power
history of
Rangers
your
movie for
planet.
about 10 seconds, and then it was like, yeah, no.
It was interesting.
Treasure these
I'd have watched
That's
it
all
for
I can say. It was
Treasure these moments.
as if they were your last.
Because it probably will be.
Now for a taste of things to come.
I don't know if they have
Do you know-
actually properly explained that Sub-Zero is under like mind control right now by him.
I don't
Right,
think- I
because
don't
as a
think they explained
kid,
it
whenever
all.
you're watching this
Yeah.
movie in the theater, you're
like,
like,
this
wait
don't
a
make
minute, why
sense.
is Sub-Zero with Scorpion
Right,
working
yeah.
together?
Enemies.
They're
That
mortal,
doesn't make
they're
sense.
mortal enemies. They're just like tossing everything. This giant banquet. Look at all that food that has not been ate.
I remember when I was a kid.
Shang
even
Tsung's
thinking
I
like,
gotta
about,
show them what's up. We're gonna feed you, but
Yeah.
you're gonna see some shit.
But you might die afterwards.
like, do any of these men wear
This right
like,
here.
old
Okay,
shirts?
this scene. This dude. What is this scene?
Is he just sacrificing
No,
himself?
no. Watch.
Oh, yeah.
What is?
Oh, like he pops his back, like he has bad posture. That's a really
No,
good.
watch.
That's a
no.
bad giveaway.
Hold on, it's not. He's like, I'm cracking my back.
Is this like the Indiana Jones?
There you
scene?
go.
Yeah.
This is the scene in
Raiders
Indiana
of the Lost
Jones, the
Ark.
big guy with the giant sword, and he's swinging it around, and Indiana just fucking shoots him.
Yeah.
That's what's about to happen here. This guy's like, check out how badass I am.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah.
He's dead.
The guy clearly sacrificed himself. You think
Clearly.
this guy that was walking with Sub-Zero
You think he
didn't
never
realize
heard-
that he
he
had
never
the power
heard
to
about
freeze
Sub-Zero?
people?
Flawless.
He didn't know how
Flawless
badass.
victory. He said the thing from the game.
No.
Oh!
It's funny because they say flawless victory like 5 more times in this
They
movie.
do. That
guy
And
looks
it's
like a
that
mix-
was not a I gotta check your facts there, Shang Tsung. That wasn't a flawless victory.
I love how he's not worried or shocked at all.
Jax?
Johnny Cage.
Oh,
like,
that's
he
not
just-
Jax. That's
he
some.
just saw a
Oh,
guy
yeah.
do
Oh,
a
that-
jump
he
kick
thinks
in the
he-
air.
no,
The
he
dude
thinks he's-
throws
he
him,
thinks he's in a movie.
exploded.
Oh, yeah,
he
does.
thinks
He's
it's
like-
special effects.
He thinks it's
Well,
special effects. He's like, wow. That's
Wouldn't he be
advanced,
like,
so.
this is the best special effects team I've ever
He'd
seen
be really
in my
excited, right?
freaking life?
Who's your guy? Who's your ice guy?
The question is, what movies does he work on in this universe?
He's Ben Stiller from Tropic Thunder.
Have your ice guy call my
Action
people.
Yeah,
Right.
We
really.
can get him on. We can get him on set.
He's in a bubble.
Well, no,
man.
that was the.
He's in a
exposi-
bubble.
Well, that was the explanation at the beginning of the movie, where like it's all these newspapers that say that he's a fake martial artist. He does
Right.
these fighting movies.
He's
and
there to
apparently
prove
he's
himself.
Yeah, so he's got to prove that
just saying
he's
that's-
a good fighter.
That's an amazing practical effect for one take. Just one take.
Steve Spielberg.
Old Stevie Spielberg.
Oh, Steve Spielberg.
Well, you know, when me and Stevie get along together,
Can you call him up?
me and Marty Scorsese and Bobby De Niro,
Well, y'all just
Oh,
sit
yeah?
and play poker, smoke cigars.
Nah, they play canasta.
yeah, Pinochle. That's what old a lot of Pinochle.
Knuckle.
Listen to a lot of Billy Joel.
I mean, I don't
on
like it,
Spotify.
but they have fun.
I just
so.
gab with the wives in the kitchen.
I see.
Pour yourself another
That's
wine.
believable.
Played
actually.
bridge.
You guys all drink Francis Ford Coppola's wine?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, of course.
Are you out of your mind?
Franny, I call him Franny.
Call him Frank.
So
Franny Coppola.
where you know, this is an important question. Where were you when you found out that Nicolas Cage was Francis Ford Coppola's nephew?
I don't know. I was pretty young. I think when I was watching like some behind the scenes things on The Godfather, probably.
You go ahead.
I was on the
And
internet.
he was like, I don't want to live in his shadow, so I'm gonna go with Cage.
Yeah, that worked for Emilio.
Yeah.
Actually, Nicolas Cage has done a good job, but apparently he can't spend his money right. So
Hell no, he can't spend his money right. He spent $250,000 on a T-Rex skull.
I believe in a fair fight.
on a skull,
On a
like the
T-Rex
fossil?
skull. Yeah, on a fossil.
Fantastic.
Like that's how
that's a
crazy.
good
Nicolas Cage should have played Kano.
Doesn't he have like an insanely
should've played
expensive
Kano.
Should've
tomb
played
in like
Kano.
New Orleans?
God
Like it's
knows,
worth like
man.
millions and millions and millions of dollars.
He probably sold it back though.
Where was I? Yeah. So then he
Just look at
See.
Netflix. Just skim through
Oh,
Netflix.
turkey legs. Hey, man. Renaissance
Yeah.
Festival's coming up. Actually, it'll be in season whenever we put this out.
Do you know what those are?
What did
probably
the
like
turkey legs
rubber.
run now?
Do you know? What,
Okay,
do you know?
And
What,
there's our first shot of Goro.
Yeah.
Damn.
Shit.
literally, do you know what the turkey legs are at Renaissance Festival? Well, not turkey.
What
are
You know
they?
they are? They're emu legs.
Fuck yeah, that's awesome. That's why they're so
Emu legs.
expensive. God damn.
No,
Like,
they're-
they're going to be
yeah.
$10 this year, I'm sure. They've been going up by $1 every year.
They're like little baby
I did
emu
read
legs.
something about an emu shortage.
See, okay, look. So
Look,
the effects at the
Goro
beginning of the
ages.
movie haven't been great, but that looks pretty
Yeah,
good.
It's
Goro
not
ages.
bad.
It's not bad. I mean, they had to pour
it
all
looks,
their
it looks better
shit
than
into it.
Scorpion King.
I mean, yeah, it was,
Yeah, I'll give you that for 10 years.
this
away.
was Tom Woodruff Jr. and Alec Gillis,
I haven't seen any of them around.
who did the Xenomorphs in Aliens, Alien 3, Resurrection, Tremors. They worked on Tremors. They worked on a lot of
practical?
cool stuff. That's all. Yeah, it's practical.
It's a puppet.
It's
There's
not-
a guy in a
no.
suit with
puppet suit.
animatronic on top. The bottom arms are real. The rest is sitting on top of a guy. That's an animatronic head and upper arms.
So that's real. That's
that
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
that
yeah.
whole face
No
is
shit.
that whole face is all animatronic. Yeah.
Something
So there's
like
somebody off camera with a giant
a
remote
remote
control.
control,
Yeah,
Dude, that's really
making
impressive.
It
his
is.
mouth move and
it's
eyes.
impressive how they made it look like claymation.
The guy probably can't fucking breathe inside the suit.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
And then that right there, that's probably not a guy in a suit. That's probably just a 100% animatronic. Anything above the waist
Probably, yeah.
is just they made a waist up, animatronic thing
The only
for
thing,
close-ups and stuff.
what I'm super curious of is how does this tiny remote island have so much resources they can fucking feast like
It's in a
this and
different
waste this
dimension.
food? No, this is on Earth.
It
They didn't.
no,
No,
it
it's
exists
Outworld.
between realms. No,
Oh, this does?
it's in between realms.
So
It's,
it's
Oh, it's in
limbo.
between
like a
Outworld and Earth?
neutral ground thing where they have the tournament. Yeah,
It's a place where turkeys come.
it
very
exists
easily.
nowhere and everywhere.
I mean, it's probably not even something from Earth. It's probably like a land sloth in another dimension.
It's like they got on that boat, they went through some fog, and then came out the other side, and they're in Themyscira now.
Hey-hoo. Pretty much, it pretty much is Asian Themyscira.
Yeah. Doesn't show up on any maps,
I like this part of the movie where like you get to see like the good guys watching the bad guys conspire. So you get to watch
This
the
is
bad
just
guys
like
conspire.
in Temple of Doom when Indiana and them are looking down at the
Man, y'all are making a lot of Indiana Jones references.
the heart.
I mean,
Well, Kano rips the heart out.
Golly,
That's his fatality.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he is. Yeah, he does. Chris with them facts.
So close to absolute victory.
We don't even need Zach with his computer over here. We got Chris with these facts.
dude, I haven't even looked up.
What, you want to know how to
anything.
do a fatality?
I looked up something and
How?
somebody looked at me disdainfully. So this is no longer my show.
Why should I?
It's their,
That's pretty-
It's their shit.
That
show
might have
now.
been a little stop motion.
It'd be really
It's a
impractical to
mix.
have.
I think it's a
The
mix.
dialogue
It's
is
gotta be
so
a mix.
like spelling it out. Princess Katana is 10,000 years old.
A lot of exposition.
She would, nobody talks like that.
Well, I mean, there's so much that they set in place with the games that they got to make it make sense
Yeah,
to the.
yeah. They've gotta throw some of that in there.
Because
It's
there's
fan
like
service.
half the people that are in there in the theater are probably just like, what the fuck is Mortal Kombat? They never
Yeah.
played a game before. That's
The
movies.
parents that are sitting there with their kids because
Yeah.
their 13-year-old son is
Like,
like,
what has
dude,
my son been
please,
playing?
yeah, please take me to see Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah, they just reference
Let's
the
get
Emperor
outta
and
here.
stuff. Yeah.
What?
We are not alone.
Dude, you're too late, Shang-Tsung. They were sitting there watching this like
Yeah,
a
the
baseball
whole
game.
time.
Now they're out of here.
Just heard everything.
Like,
Wait a second, I don't remember this.
Oh, you don't remember the place you just showed up to that you've never been in?
You're in this otherworldly place. They're in the labyrinth in Hellraiser 2. Ooh, let's follow the weird girl.
I think she's.
Dude, I'm following Princess Katana.
she's
into
trying
the
to
mist.
help us. Dude, you
I'm
don't
following
know her. You have no idea if she's trying to help you or not. I think Luke Kang's just thirsty, dude.
Johnny Cage
Hell
goes,
yeah, he's
forget her,
thirsty.
forget her. She's 10,000 years old.
He just took off.
Hey man, he's in Hollywood, dude. He gets 17-year-old girls all the time. So that's how Hollywood is. I don't
Is
know
that
if
how
y'all-
it is, Aaron?
I don't know if y'all heard that, but Hollywood is a scary
Scary place.
Scary place.
People call it Holly weird.
Yeah. So why wouldn't Katana just step out and be like, hey, here.
It must be Reptile around. I see.
Yeah, you can see him. He's got that predator thing going on.
Yeah.
Get him, boy. Get him.
Ah, that's the acid spit.
Yeah, that's one of his signature moves.
Yeah, it's down 4 to 8, I think.
Yeah, one of those typical, like what a fireball would be
No,
for
it's not.
another
No, it's not. It's
character.
forward 4 to 8.
Yes.
It's forward 4 to 8. That's what it is.
It took a lot out of me. I was going to correct you, and I was like, no, I'm not going to.
It's forward 4 to 8.
Fucking correct him, man.
Yeah. You're supposed to be the fact guy.
Let people get away with shit
No,
in this show.
I remember that. It's forward 4 to 8.
What, you don't know how to do the acid spit on
Tim's
Mortal
like, we
Kombat?
got fucking high
Get outta
standards.
here.
No
over this
quarter, man.
Katana went this way.
How did she go that way if all those webs are still up?
I can smell it.
Dumbass.
She's ethereal, bro.
Katana went this way. Then why are we fucking walking through fucking Shelob's lair?
I smell something.
So here's where all the food went.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Ooh.
Whoa, that was a bad word.
Said bullshit.
That was a curse word.
Yeah.
I can say shit.
I don't think the rating people care that much about bullshit.
Yeah, it's PG-13.
They only care about fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, man. The music's coming up.
Fight scene.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. All the kids get pumped.
I wonder what that guy's doing. The guy that screamed Mortal Kombat in that song. Do you think he's like
Shit,
chilling
dude.
out at a bar right now, like hammered, just telling people that he was that guy
Yeah.
that
Fuck no, dude.
screamed Mortal Kombat
Guarantee,
in that song?
guarantee
this
he's a European music festival promoter. Guaranteed.
This is sexist. There's 3 dudes fighting Johnny Cage and Liu Kang, and only 1 dude fighting Sonya. And it takes her as long to take down the one guy as it takes them to get the 3 dudes.
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
Never thought about that.
When I was a young child watching this, I was actually
What was the point of that?
enraged. I was screaming in the theater.
Yeah.
How sexist this was.
It's not fair.
Oh shoot.
Okay, that.
Johnny Cage never used a bow staff.
Yeah.
I'm done with this movie.
That wasn't
outta here,
his.
man.
He took it. He stole it.
That fucking move.
Just the way I
I'm
like
so tired of them wasting this food. Get that guy off that turkey.
For real. There's no way they've been able to eat anything since they've been on that island.
I know.
I think they'd be chowing down.
The unsung heroes of this movie are the craft services people.
Yeah.
That's very true.
We're standing.
Do all that work for nothing.
What more do you want?
For minimum wage, probably, which...
And I come
Like
back to
20
you
bucks in
now at
California.
the turn of the tide.
The White Wizard is
The
cunning.
White Wizard approaches.
So why don't you show
That's
me
good.
what you plan?
So he's just sitting there watching them.
I had a guy the other day tell me that
Look, so while they're congratulating each other, these dudes were just quietly standing over there.
they all yell at him.
Everybody be quiet. We're going to sneak up on him.
Yeah, they're trying to sneak up on him.
What you talking about the other day, Chris? What?
Oh, it's off topic. It's not a big deal. There was a guy the other day told me The Hobbit was the best book in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and I thought it was kind of an odd statement
I'll fight
to
him.
make.
Hey, man. Hey. The Silmarillion is the best book that Tolkien ever wrote. Fight me.
Or didn't finish writing.
I know, it's paradoxical.
His son finished it. Was Christopher
I thought it was
Tolkien
like a
or
Christopher
Or
Tolkien,
something,
but
yeah,
he's more
something
or
like that,
less like. I don't know.
But he finished it, which was cool.
We got to stop talking about like Tolkien right now.
Yeah.
It's gonna just
And I
go down
come
a
back
rabbit
to you
hole.
at the turn of the tide. Oh, that's why we keep everybody. That's why we keep it around.
That's all, practical. I mean, obviously that was probably styrofoam sculptures and stuff,
Oh, yeah.
but there's some really cool, there's some really cool set pieces in this movie.
For sure.
Fighting the tournament. If he chooses to.
They gave it a good look.
Former champion.
Well, that was in the beginning whenever we were talking about, the information and stuff like that. It said that the critics praise it atmospherically, just the atmosphere they did so right.
Yeah, they did get that right.
I think so. I really think so too.
Legion of adversaries.
Hey, you know what I noticed right now? Look at that centaur back there. That's
Motaro.
That's Motaro. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Tomorrow the tournament begins.
it's just the script. That's really it. It's like they did
It's
everything,
solid, I
they did
know.
everything right, but
It's
the
a
script
solid
is so terrible.
script, yeah.
I mean, what do you want from him though? Zach,
I think as far as video game adaptations
No,
go,
I'm
this
just,
is
I
really
was giving
good.
it praise. I was
Oh,
saying,
yeah,
I was
yeah.
saying that like it really.
I don't know how you could get a much better. I mean,
For a video game adaptation, this is
Dude, whenever
one
I
of
was
the
a
top
kid,
3
I
of all
loved
time.
this movie.
I
Like, it
did
was a
too.
good movie.
I really did
That's
too.
why we talked about doing Annihilation because it's so terrible. But this movie is actually It's like all the other ones we do, but it's it's shitty
But we
script,
actually like this one though. Yeah,
well,
yeah.
but
It's better out of the two.
they do a legitimate job to people who love the game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's all
what
it
I'm
was all
saying.
about.
As far as adapting a fighting game and
Yeah.
giving it a plot and... I mean, because like Street Fighter didn't have a plot. It was like, these are the good guys, here's the bad guys. This game, like, put characters, had the backgrounds.
You had a
and-
depth of
and
character
yeah.
to everyone. Everybody had like a depth to them. Like they set up all the characters
Yeah.
fairly properly. Not these guys, but
This guy actually has been
Eddie
in a
Gordo?
lot of...
Eddie Gordo?
This dude's been in, a lot of other movies. He was in one of... oh, God, I'm drawing... Tony Jaa.
Ong Bak?
Yeah, he's Capoeira.
Yeah, he's
Guy.
Capoeira.
Capoeira. Yeah. It's like the fight dancing.
He's like, he's really good.
So,
This is the first thing I ever saw in it, but he just has such a recognizable look. He's got a recognizable look,
he's
so when
just
every time
good.
you see him in something, you're like, that's that dude.
what's funny is like movies like this, like
Fighting
these,
in the sand would
these
suck.
Kumite style things really started kind of going away at this point because so this is 1995. The first UFC, which was like the real life Kumite, happened in like 1993, right? And that's when everyone came together from all these different disciplines, and they were.
I mean, it wouldn't be too far fetched to say that UFC coming about might have had an effect on the producers saying, "Yeah, let's do
Well,
this
that's
movie."
when the
It probably
term
did.
mixed martial arts
sure,
was
yeah.
born.
Before that,
It's
it was,
also the glory days of fighting.
before that they called it cage fighting.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what I'm
Probably
saying
for
is
that
like
reason.
like this stuff. I mean, like stuff like this has really faded away now that people know that it's all bullshit. I mean, for lack of a better term,
Oh,
you know
like
what I mean?
kung fu movies, yeah.
Cracked ribs right there.
I mean,
Well, I don't know,
kinda,
dude. Like,
kinda.
do you still have Ong Bak came out like a few years ago?
Yeah, but Ong Bak,
the Protector.
But
Ip
Ong
Man's
Bak
very
isn't like
popular.
about Ong Bak isn't about like a bunch of martial arts. It's about
Yeah.
Tony Jaa knowing like
Just knowing shit.
Muay Thai. He's
Being
just
a
like he's like a
badass.
good brawler. Really,
Yeah, the brawling movies. Will
he's a
never go away.
brawler.
Well,
but
they've
he's
just
not,
gotten to
it
the
wasn't
point
kung
where
fu. You know,
they're just showing off his.
These fighting competition movies
like
don't
this.
seem to be.
That little match started off with the dudes like doing their little like power stances and stuff like
Yeah.
that. You know, and Ong Bak never did that. It was very practical. It was never any kung fu stuff. He just fights.
Well,
you
no,
know?
they totally ripped off the cheesiest scene in Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark. You know, like the guy.
Yeah.
doing that
Fatality.
crazy
He said-
shit.
He said
Christ.
fatality.
Fatality.
So when you get your soul sucked out, you look like an avatar, apparently.
Turn into a
You know,
fucking
You just
popsicle.
look ashy,
blue.
man. You just look ashy. That's all.
Yeah.
There you
I'll
go.
get it, Sonya.
I
There
believe
you
you. I
go.
believe you.
She never
Bridget.
even like her fists are like half open.
What was this?
Sonya Blade.
I believe you, Bridget. Don't listen to them.
I have some.
She's gonna get them teeth knocked out in real life, honestly.
I don't want anything from
I
you.
like them big teeth.
Well, what are you here
What are you,
for?
what are you trying to say over there, Zach?
I have something you want very
I
much.
like to beat women. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's
All right,
now
let's take the rugs off.
that's
Let's
the
get
thing.
real
now
right
the
now.
new,
That's the
that's the
thing.
new worst thing we've ever said
Hey
on this
man,
show.
hey, we're gonna get canceled, y'all. Watch out. We're gonna get
what's so
canceled.
Hey
great-
man, if they can get Alex Jones, they can get us.
What's so
We're gonna-
awesome
we're gonna
for the
get
listeners
canceled.
that can't see what I'm seeing, I'm sitting here, I'm looking at Zach, and the way that he's sitting with no shirt and shorts, it looks like he's just
I'm gonna fuck
ass
you.
naked right
It
now.
just says,
You
it
can't
screams,
see what's
I hit
butt
women.
naked.
Yeah.
Over here talking about beating
I got
women.
a trucker hat and
Oh,
shorts.
Butt naked in the studio.
Whatever.
There's some sexual tension in this scene. I'd say.
This little baby brings back memories now, doesn't it?
What, you used it to knife your mother in the back?
That's such a
Yeah, 'cause,
that's such an impractical knife.
Smile on your partner, though. Yeah,
That's a really
Like you can't put any
impractical
leverage on the important part.
yeah.
knife. It's a re-curved knife with like weird dragon tooth style serrations.
Give it
Like
up, baby. I've studied all your moves.
Yeah, study this!
It's kind of the Zangief
see now,
thing going
if Sonya Blade knew jiu-jitsu, she might actually win. But there's no way that she could ever stand up with this dude. He's like twice her size.
on. Yeah, but he could be like wasted.
I'm just
He
saying.
could be drunk.
The peacock. Man.
Yeah, he could be drunk. He's like turkey drunk right now.
He's got the eyes.
Emu drunk?
Emu drunk.
He
He was
got
like,
the
he's
eyes.
like, all right, love. I've eaten like 8 turkey legs and I'm ready to go.
So,
Yeah, that would have done nothing. Look at that core. Come on.
He's pretty big too.
dang, son.
Dang, bro, man, you.
She looks
You
soft
fucked up.
too. I'm just saying.
She does look soft. She definitely doesn't even look like she did one
She didn't do
CrossFit
any
workout.
kind of. Yeah, she didn't do any kind of workout.
Ah,
before
there's her
this movie.
special move from the game.
Her legs aren't even locked, so she can't get that much leverage, really.
Yeah, there's no way. She doesn't have thighs. She ain't Chun-Li. She don't have them thighs.
No, son, no. Don't.
Damn it.
Okay.
Oh, Damien's dead that quick?
Yeah.
She's
I
cold.
forgot- I
Hey, she's
forgot that.
cold-blooded. She's cold-blooded.
Dang, I
Way
forgot
more
about
brave
that.
than the other guys.
I totally forgot about that. I forgot he dies at
Here's our scene. Here's our scene.
Whoop,
Here's the
whoop.
scene.
This is iconic, boy.
Oh yeah.
I remember when this movie came out and I watched this in theaters, I had dreams about this for like 6 months. Like,
Because every
being
kid
this
wanted to see Scorpion
goddamn-
and Sub-Zero in
it's like
live
an aspen
action.
grove or
Did
something.
they ever
It's
blink?
so weird.
Does Scorpion ever blink?
I don't think so. He's inhuman.
God, that looks so bad. It looks like the Langoliers.
It looks better than Langoliers to their
Yeah, and then they sampled,
to their credit, you know.
They sampled the audio from the video game, of course. They do that a couple times in this movie.
Oh, really? They took the sound of
Oh
it?
yeah, that was a direct, like,
I mean,
audio
dude, there was
bite
somebody
from
working. There was
Mortal
somebody
Kombat.
working on this movie that knew what was up. You know what I mean? Like to be able to fit all that in there, like to get like I gotta have these sounds, we gotta match this look, like all this stuff. Like
Just
somebody
capitalizing
well,
on how popular the arcade
usually
was.
what happens is they get like they have an IP and it's like let's make this a movie, and
Yeah.
then it's producers just say no, this like they'll take a fundamental like thing, a building block of the game, and say no, we need to change this because it won't work in the theater.
Right.
You know, it won't work for a mass audience, but then you're changing something that's going to turn off everybody that would like, even if it sucked, they pay to go see it anyway.
Yeah, even though this is silly as hell, they
Yeah.
made sure that it was 100% fan service, but tried
Y'all see
really
that
hard to
shadow
not make
kick?
it
Y'all see
completely
that shadow
crap.
kick?
Oh, I saw
That
the
was Johnny
shadow kick.
Cage's shadow kick.
I
That's
saw the
my
shadow
shit.
kick. But here they are now. They're in hell, right? They're in Scorpion World.
The Nether World, I think.
This is his lair.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know scorpions had webbing.
There's webbing all in this movie.
This is like his bachelor pad. This is where Scorpion goes to fuck.
It's like, you want to see my
He's like,
skull
hey girl,
collection?
you want to come back to my place? You like my webs? I worked real hard. I know it looks like Bangkok scaffold builders went crazy in here, but that's what I was going for.
This is unused sets from Temple of Doom. Yes.
There we go. What is this?
Kalima.
I mean, they did their Spielberg cameo kind of thing in the beginning of it, so
It's like
they spent some money on that. Like that's a real
It all
set.
has
That's pretty impressive.
I said the
Yeah.
boat looked
Quite
like Hook. Spielberg.
yeah. This kind of looks
Indiana Jones.
yeah.
Anybody need a beer?
Where else we going?
Nah, I'm good, bro.
Everybody good? Chris?
You good?
So they're always talking about the rules to this tournament, but apparently Scorpion is allowed to like suck him into other
to the Nether World.
the Nether realm. Yeah.
Nether realm. Shout out to D. Clove.
Home turf advantage here. There is some pretty good fighting in this.
There
movie.
really is.
I mean, there's
Yeah.
some. The fight choreographer that they got, I can't remember the dude's name, but he was one of the best around.
Well, this is definitely it's a Hong Kong production, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of
that-
the,
yeah.
I mean, a lot of the stuntmen and stuff. So yeah,
Zach, you look good, dude.
They really wanted to make sure that they got that right.
Just letting you know right now, bro. You look pretty good right now.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little emasculated.
I think I look good naked, just so everybody knows.
Yeah,
I don't look good when I have clothes on, but man, you get me naked.
it's weird. Yeah,
That's weird.
weird.
Yeah, this guy playing Scorpion's got some moves.
He's badass, dude.
Some cool contacts.
And you know, it's probably one of our favorite things on this show is to kind of like highlight some of the unsung people, like
Look at this perfect.
Dude, last time I tried to
This
talk about the
bar-
guy
look
that
at
got
this-
him on the ship,
Look at
y'all
this
shut me down.
gymnastics shit.
the unsung. Well, I was gonna say the unsung people, like
The stunt
the
guys.
stunt guys, and especially like the special effects guys and stuff like that. But you know, Scorpion's just
Get down there.
you know, he's just a stunt guy. Because he doesn't have any lines, nothing like that. He doesn't have to act. He's just a stunt
Yeah,
guy.
he's got a mask on.
Yeah.
Yeah, cover his face up.
Let's see who played him.
We'll see. Man, I don't get me afraid of no bones.
Army of Darkness.
I ain't afraid of no bones.
Whoa! Yeah, he waited to jump down until Johnny Cage was watching him. Now here it comes.
Okay, so
Look, he peels it off.
Oh yeah.
Here comes this fatality.
So basically, he had like fake human skin and eyes in his mask.
I mean, that's how it is in the game though too.
This is true.
So the guy that plays Scorpion is Chris Casamassa. He is son of martial arts guru and Red Dragon Karate founder Louis D. Casamassa. He played in Karate Kid as a guest in a Batman. He was Batman's stunt double.
Damn, that's pretty cool.
So he's
Walker Texas Ranger as an assassin, and then the guy that played Sub-Zero is Francois Petit.
That's pretty cool.
Violent.
8th degree black belt in Goshindu Jiu-Jitsu and 7th degree black belt in karate.
Wait, what?
The guy that played Sub-Zero.
Goshindu Jiu-Jitsu?
Goshindo.
Now watch
I'm gonna have
this.
to look that up.
Look.
Send me a link to that.
Look, bam, friendship.
Friendship right there.
Oh yeah, it's my greatest fan.
That was his friendship in part 2.
Goshindu Jiu-Jitsu? Sounds like some made-up shit. I'm gonna look that up. He's saying pass the bottle, bruh.
I'm trying.
How'd you spell that, Zach?
Goshindo.
He just points.
Uh-oh.
He's gotta fight Katana.
The hours they spent on teasing this guy's hair just to get it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Nicely feathered.
Very feathery. Yeah, he's got a Farrah Fawcett thing going on.
It's not human.
The set pieces, man. Like, the set pieces for the action scenes of this movie are really impressive.
They're really good.
They're beautiful.
Like, you gotta, like, that is nice. That's a nice
how
walk.
much fun it would be to be filming in that beautiful location.
So these weird beaches, how they're sugar white sands, and you find like strange rock pyres coming up out in the. That's why I want to go to like Thailand.
Oh yeah,
they have the
or
weirdest,
South China.
They have the weirdest, like most unearthly beaches in the world.
Yeah,
you know.
Like
it does
erosion doesn't.
Thailand, Vietnam, like.
I mean, it truly does look like a realm in
they get
between realms.
tsunamis there, so that's,
yeah. Oh, so the erosion is crazy.
that'll
Yeah,
kind of
that's
create
true.
things like that. I'm not saying that's why they're like that, but it would make sense.
I do want to go. Some people tell me they want to go to Thailand, and I have suspicious reasons. But you know,
I want to go to Vietnam.
I'd like to go to Vietnam too because it's cheap.
Dude, Thailand's cheap. You can $1,000 will give you a month.
My stepbrother married a Thai girl, and he's been to Thailand several times.
Yeah,
and he tells me it's really
cheap.
awesome.
It's just a plane
super
ticket.
awesome.
You spend $400 on a plane ticket, then you spend $400 there, and you're there for 2 weeks.
You spend like $20.
So look at this. This is Mortal Kombat.
Thanks for reining us in, Tim. I appreciate that.
And he was like hugging Katana on the floor.
Yeah. He was
and
like,
Shang Tsung goes, "You disappoint me," and they just cut away. Like
He wants to get that nut.
that's not how this is supposed to go. They're supposed to fight
Finish
to the
him.
death.
I think that was a scrimmage. I don't think that
what's
was
on that
actual-
floor? Look at that. It looks like a weird Asian picture of Biggie.
It's like graffiti, yeah.
Looks like Biggie Smalls with a crown or something.
Here's Raiden cheating, placing something there to help Liu Kang.
Fucking cheat is what he is, Raiden. You're a goddamn thunder god, and you can't. Man, Thor would fuck you up, Raiden. What's up?
Yeah. Can't see shit.
Yeah, that floor looks like the cover of a mixtape.
Doesn't it look like Biggie?
That's a Pink Floyd album cover.
That's a SoundCloud rapper. Cover art. Uh-oh.
Fight Sub-Zero.
Dude, that's how I'm going to walk downstairs from now on. I'm literally going to walk down.
Man.
When we leave the studio and I'm going to walk down to the west, I'm walking down like that, boat out.
With your legs all
It's so unnatural.
Somebody's like, why are you
riding
walking
a
like
horse
a goose?
all day long?
Doing it.
There's some good long shots in this fight scene and some good fight choreography.
Some great smoke.
I mean, we haven't really had any exposition.
Smoke guy
It's
is
just
great.
been fight.
Pretty much.
Past,
They've
like,
been kind
10,
of
15
busting
minutes.
out some of the fight scenes, moving it along.
Now, see,
Jump for
unlike the
those
Kumite,
candles.
you're not supposed to. I guess you're allowed to fight out of tournament here.
Well, yeah, it's like some of these fights, like there's spectators, and then some of them just like off in the middle of nowhere. Nobody's watching this.
So if they haven't picked up on they're snooping around, they're just like randomly fighting and not reporting back and saying, "Hey,
Where's the referee?
Dude, I'm I'm sweating.
He's like, you know what? Maybe I should use my elemental power of freezing things now.
Which is weird.
Earlier, I just wanted to spar.
Well, earlier he made a freeze ball or whatever in like a second or two.
He killed a guy instantly.
Yeah, this one he's like got to power up.
This one's like a fucking spirit bomb, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna take 3 episodes to get to it.
It is.
Yeah, build up that power, you know.
And Katana gave him a hint.
Make that floor slick, boy.
The element which brings life.
Just tell me what to do, bitch.
What, cum?
Did you see his hand? It was out like.
Did she just tell him to come?
No.
She said the element that brings life.
Yeah.
That's cum.
Water.
Something like that.
Bring the cum.
Damn, Zach. This is supposed to be a children's show, Zach.
Yeah, right.
It's a PG-13 movie.
Zach is butt naked over here. Just.
They're not supposed to know, though. Dang, Sub-Zero just dead.
And then somehow it just turns into
He's like, wait, I'm freezing? I don't want to freeze.
Oh, the irony.
I don't freeze. I freeze people.
I do the freezing.
Y'all remember Mortal Kombat 4 when it was 3D and they had weapons, though?
You damn right.
Remember that first time you could pull out that ice sword with Sub-Zero and how
Hell
jacked
yeah.
you were? You
Breaking
were like,
people's legs and arms and shit.
It was in the arcade, and you'd be like, what? 3D? What? I can go around. And then you pull that shit out, you're like, oh my god, I have an ice sword.
Every character had a weapon.
Dude, that was awesome.
We've let these humans win enough.
Shang Tsung ain't human?
Cut to
he's
he's immortal.
Outlander. He's an Outlander, I guess, yeah.
He's like a wizard.
Cut to like all these random red shirts that he's beating. Like, how are any of these guys even still alive in this tournament?
Well,
Look at like all these fucking.
It's comical.
I mean, some of them are brown belts. So
lame fucking. How did these guys even get invited to this fucking tournament?
How are there this many people in the Outworld? Like,
here's
come
not
on.
Jax.
He's not Jax.
Yeah, this is
so
not
here's
Jax.
not Jax.
So the not Jax.
And how
They really haven't developed his story at all.
Dude,
we just know that Johnny Cage is friends with him.
Right. There's something that's going to happen here. Johnny Cage gives like a very powerful
Look at this.
performance.
Okay, this guy's still doing shit.
yeah, he's really...
Goro has walked all the
he's
way
like
down.
wearing himself out.
Goro did that big growl and
now
everything.
he's-
Everybody looked at him. He walks all the way down there, and then the guy finally sees him. Has he not heard about Goro? Like, he looked all shocked and scared. Like, you haven't heard about the four-arm
fuck that.
fucking monster that
I'll fuck
has
Goro up,
defeated 100 guys already?
You know what's good about Goro? He's got 4 arms. That's 4 arms for me to armbar. Oh boy, fuck that guy. Fuck him
You're
up.
trying to say that you would choke Goro out?
No, I wouldn't choke him out. He has 4 arms. I will shoulder lock all 4 of them bitches. he has double the chance for me to fuck him up.
To our listeners, he is 100% serious.
Hell yeah, I am, man. You know how weird that is to have a shoulder coming out of your
I'll
midsection?
tell you right now, if you were about to get in this fight and he walked down, you would squart everywhere out of
I ain't
fear.
squirting. I ain't squirting.
And
I ain't squirting.
go down there. Go down.
That's one thing I have a weird... So I have like an unhealthy lack of fear of like big people. I don't really care. Like, I'd be like, Goro, alright dude, let's just do it. Come on, let's do it. Fuck your 4 arms. You're right in height for me to kick you right in the balls too. Like that whole area is like right in front of me. You're so tall. Like, what are you gonna do? I'd fuck him up. I'm just saying. Back to the movie. And then
That guy looks
that
like
animatronic. I mean, look at that. They do a lot of close-ups
that is
on
really
his face.
good too.
and
That is real good.
That's pretty good, man.
He's wearing a Gambison.
Can I kill him now, Dad?
Finish him.
Okay.
Look, okay, here's Goro's badass finishing move.
Time to die.
Finish him!
Crown me, bro.
Shoulder tap. And that supposedly killed the
Man,
dude.
that was
So
brutal.
doesn't he have like a sister and she has like 4 tits?
That's Shiva.
no,
She doesn't have 4 tits. She's got 4 arms.
This is where I gotta call some bullshit on Shang
It's a whole
Tsung.
race, but yeah.
Why did she care so
shit.
much about that guy?
So, was that Sonya?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's why.
She doesn't even know who that guy is.
Yeah.
No, that's right.
Because that's not Jax.
I mean, she's sensitive though, you know.
She's a woman.
Isn't in the second
She's
one
already
like,
murdered someone.
She murdered
Like, they're like
fucking
partners
Kano,
or
who
some
deserved it, dog.
Well, she's probably PMSing pretty bad right now.
I think it's.
Look, he says flawless
There it is.
victory.
Here we go.
He
Here it
says
is.
flawless victory. That was not a
there's
flawless
Tim's one
victory.
per episode.
That was not a flawless victory. That dude got several hits in on Goro.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
They should have put the health bars at the top of the screen.
Dude, there's nothing better than sucking a person's soul out.
Damn, bro,
and
you
going
fucking
right in
took
your
a soul.
eye.
Johnny knows too. Johnny knew that was his soul. He saw it.
We can't win now.
He synced it happen, dog.
Beat something like that.
Raiden, why don't you fight, you pussy? Why ain't Raiden fighting? Can anybody tell me why Raiden's not fighting? Oh yeah, because he's like a god and shit. Although Goro can fight.
He's not a god.
He's not a god. He's just
a man with 2 extra
otherworldly
arms.
critter.
No matter how bizarre their
I guess I couldn't
pathways,
fight either, man. I'd fuck Goro up.
there's always a way. Only one thing can defeat you.
Goro would spank your
Aaron
ass.
would just be chilling
so
on the
bad.
sidelines with Raiden going, man,
Sorry, man.
it would be totally unfair for us to intervene.
I feel you, Raiden, man. I feel you,
I
man.
know how frustrating that can be.
I know. I'm like, I want to get in there too, Raiden, but you know, rules is rules.
What are you gonna do? Sorry, guys.
Do you
Now,
want to do
we're gonna watch
shot to the
Goro kill 100 dudes.
We're at the regroup moment of the movie, I guess, where they're like, "Shit, we're fucked up."
Yeah.
Yeah, now that
They're
they...
like, damn, we had our first fatality.
Well, Shang Shun is... Shang Shun?
Don't say that.
I will.
Hey, this shit is
well,
real,
he
y'all.
just played his ace in the hole. He's set Goro loose, so now they're like...
Yeah.
It's pretty much down to them, too, because Goro just took out
He took out everybody.
He just took out
It was
everybody
a whole
else.
montage of bodies hitting the
Yeah.
floor. I will tell you though, I like to have a good time and
Why
say
is
that
he
I'm
getting
gonna
all
fuck
weird
up
and creepy next to Sonya? He's like all in her ear.
in her ear because he wants that.
He's like,
Hey,
yeah,
dude,
So-
if you were a god,
Hey man,
you just grab him by the pussy. You know,
you just grab him by the
you
pussy.
just
And,
grab him.
Hey, when you're a
They
god,
don't care.
they
He
let
was
you.
like,
They let you. Yeah,
he was like, I'm the god of thunder, and I'm sensing some electricity right now between the two of us, Sonya.
Responsible for Chance.
cheers to
cheers
creepy ass
to,
Raiden.
cheers to not Jax.
Not Jax.
Forever may he be remembered.
Rest in peace.
I tried.
Despair is the most dangerous.
All right, so I joke around about fucking up Goro, which I would, but I would not fuck up Kentaro though. I would run from Kentaro.
Yeah, because he's like half freaking
Tiger.
tiger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why I would run from. I'm scared of cats like that.
You must be prepared.
You're scared of humanoid four-armed
What
cat
about
people.
Motaro?
I'm scared of
Big
that.
Same.
Huh?
Same.
What about Motaro?
Oh,
The
well,
centaur from
man,
I would
Part 3.
mount. I
he's
would
really
mount
big,
him
though.
and
Yeah,
screw him up from behind.
He's pretty
You
big,
mount
man.
him and screw him from behind.
I'd be afraid of Motaro's like penis.
Set you up for that.
Yeah, you open the door. I just walked through it.
You're right.
That
I've played too
barbed
much Zelda
cat
at this
penis.
No, that's Kentaro. We were talking about Motaro, the centaur like creature with.
You know
forearms.
that's. Did y'all ever read that thing about the Harry Potter series where like
They're
the,
about cats?
the big thing about centaurs is that they rape. Like that's a big
Well, that
thing about
sounds
the
about
mythology of centaurs and like that
is
the pink
frightening.
the pink lady. Whenever she gets drug off into the woods by all the centaurs, like that's
She's
the
getting
implied.
gangbanged?
That's the implied thing is that she's
That's
about
in
to get.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, fuck
A
yeah.
children's book?
Yeah, fuck yeah. That's the myth. No, that's the mythology of
Zach's reading
centaurs.
some creepy fanfic out there.
No. There is creepy
don't know,
fanfic. They
man.
probably describe it,
Okay.
but still, that is. Look it up.
You're making
All right.
this all
Look it up.
sound really simple.
I'm not looking up Harry Potter centaur bestiality rate.
Type in raping
I'm not gonna do that.
centaurs.
Dude, this is the second time we talked about
Type it
bestiality
into
today.
your Tumblr
Is it really
app.
that weird?
Guarantee it'll be a good time.
Not safe for
we
work.
like to have a good time here.
Trust me.
Trust me, I have a plan. They go to the beach so he
You
can.
are the most egotistical.
You're so egotistical, and I love you.
He is egotistical.
Yeah, in
that's
the
why he's
games,
reluctant,
they
yeah.
end up having a daughter named Cassie Cage,
Who's
and
a
she is a
badass.
fucking badass in that
Badass,
game.
dude.
Dude, she kicks ass. She like in Mortal Kombat 10, she's my character.
I like her because she has the same moves as Johnny Cage. And, like that's my dude, but yeah,
She's so
quicker.
fast.
She's quicker.
Yeah, she's so quick. She'll fuck you up.
I like
Them
the
cartwheel kicks.
I really like the evolution that Johnny Cage has done from the early movies where he was like super 90s and cheesy and shit, and then he became like kind of an action star nowadays, and he's got like tattoos all over the place and shit.
Yeah.
He's-
I checked out probably right after 4. Like I played Deadly
Really?
Alliance. I played a little bit of 10,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
So what's the problem?
yeah.
9
good.
was pretty good
I was,
too.
I'm
I'm
but
gonna
was
start
an
bringing that
arcade
up to
guy.
the bar again.
yeah.
It's fun when people play Mortal
like it,
Kombat at the
yeah.
bar and shit. They get all hyped up.
I reserve the.
They really added a lot to 10 too, like that like Aztec sort of god guy, like the whole
he was the new
mythology.
Khan. Yeah,
he's a new Khan. It's really cool, man.
And then the download. I mean, they have Predator and the Xenomorph and Leatherface and Jason Voorhees.
Yeah,
No
it's
shit.
super-
Yeah, they had a lot of DLC in that game, dude.
Yeah, you can do Alien versus Predator in it. It's pretty cool.
Oh, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it,
The rules are quite clear. No, they're actually not very clear, Shang Tsung, because you keep seeming to change them.
and you fucking steal our souls at the end. What's up?
Yeah.
that was not.
That's not
That
the
was
rules.
not part of the deal.
Nobody told me when I got on that ghost ship that somebody's gonna steal my soul.
Like, dude, look, I did Frank Duke's competition, and that was weird. But like, this is ridiculous.
We fight it.
Raiden was just getting on to Johnny Cage, telling him, like, you can't just rush headfirst into fights.
Oh, yeah.
And now he's smiling because that's exactly what Johnny's doing. He's like, I'm going to go fight Goro. Fuck this. We're going to take the fight to them.
He's a trickster demon.
So Zach said that he really likes Tekken's mythology the best, and I just now remember what I think I like the best. I like Soul Calibur. I think the best.
Soul Calibur is my number one favorite.
I fucking love that shit, dude.
Outside of Mortal Kombat 2, Soul Calibur 2 is probably the greatest.
And they share
fighting game ever
they
made.
share a lot too, because Yoshimitsu's in Soul Calibur. And
You know what?
Tekken.
You know what lore really like tops all of them though? Witcher 3.
Witcher 3.
man, fuck off,
I've
dog.
not played that. Fighting game?
We have a group message for this thing, and I drop as many Witcher 3 memes as I possibly can in it.
For some reason, they're fighting on the edge of a cliff for this bout.
He put his sunglasses on.
Yeah, he's
There it
like,
is.
I
There
ain't
it is.
scared of you.
Oh shit. He means business.
Yep, he took. Uh-oh.
See, that's where he would break his arm,
Yeah.
snap his neck, and it's all over. Oh no, but he wants to disrespect his sunglasses.
But he does. Johnny Cage does some cool stuff.
He does Johnny Cage. I don't remember him doing him at this exact point in the movie.
Oh, well, I think
fiction,
that
yeah.
was the director's cut.
Oh.
It gets into some bestiality shit for real.
All right.
I mean animality shit.
Animality.
Right.
It's easy to get those two
See, it's
confused.
an
Look,
easy
he does the nut
mistake to
shot. That was Johnny Cage's awesome.
That was his move.
That's the monkey.
And you know, whenever you
And
tried
that
to,
was
Like, that was it? Like, that's what's taking down the forearm giant.
he does the
Hey, man, he's got
splits.
4 balls. What do you
Him and the ball-
expect? It hurts.
He's got big old
probably
4
like 8 or
balls.
9.
Yeah.
The thing is, if you tried to pull that move off on a girl, he wouldn't punch
Of course,
her.
he has 4 arms, 4 balls. Yeah.
That's just how
They're connected.
biology
They're
works.
You
bro.
have
That's how biology
There's a
works.
ball per arm.
That gets a.
It's
that
a
got
ball per bitch, man. You can hold 4 bitches.
That got a
One
big
ball,
laugh
man.
from all the kids. Look at this.
You get a lot of joy out of that one.
Oh, it was fun.
Finish him. Finish him. Say the lines from the game as many times as you can possibly cram into the movie.
It's like, come on, bitch, let's get up higher.
Yeah, what you got a plan? Do you know where you're going?
Let me get out of your comfort zone. There's a guy with a humongous scimitar sword just waving that shit around, like Jesus.
Just see him.
Yeah, like why
head,
has
like,
he
what
got
do I
that?
do now?
Yeah.
I'm the guy standing behind him. I'm like, can you like maybe put that down?
Now, wouldn't Shang Tsung say, "Hey, Goro, don't follow him. It's obviously a trap." Nah.
He's
He's obviously leading you into a trap. You
His hubris
dumbass
is
Goro.
blinding.
Sunglasses, asshole.
$500 sunglasses. There were some Ray-Bans, man.
What? Ah!
That's
He falls off that way, but somehow was able to twist all the way around and.
Just playing climactic. That's all.
This is where you fall down.
Oh, that's a callback.
See, that's a power to weight ratio thing. That's why forearms would suck.
You're still holding on to the fact that you would drop Goro all the way down.
Fuck yeah, dog.
No, you wouldn't.
Goro ain't standing a chance, dude.
No way.
He ain't standing a chance.
I don't know. Honestly, like if you say something enough, it must be true.
Okay.
So like I kind of believe
Zach's a loser.
I kind of believe. Yeah, I mean, facts are facts. But I kind of believe that Aaron
Facts are facts, dude.
probably would fucking armbar that motherfucker 4 times.
I would take.
He had to break
him
his shoulder
down.
4 times, but I think he could do it.
Doesn't he have 4 shoulders?
Yeah.
I don't know what the middle situation is. Like these right
Yeah,
here.
they
is
look
that
floating. They
technically-
have to be like floating unless
How?
there's like
Yeah,
a
it's like a
collarbone running
rib.
through your
They're
stomach.
probably
or
easy to
something.
break.
Yeah.
They'd be like in reality they'd be like little T-Rex arms.
They got Sonya.
The bottom arms would be like little.
They just don't work really.
They're like vestigial.
That's what you used to like
just
washing dishes or something.
They're just your masturbation arms.
Yeah, those are just the jerk off
Those are your
arms.
ball arms, yeah.
Yeah.
No, you use your big arms for the masturbation. Your ball arms are the little ones are just tickling.
You're sorry.
Maybe reach around.
One last roll.
Oh, they probably couldn't reach
really
around.
long,
so yeah, you
like-
probably jack it
just
with the little
imagine
arms.
There's like really long like
possibilities.
ET
You jack
fingers
it
on
with
it.
the little with the small woman hand, so it feel like good.
Hey, you're
and the big
neglecting.
hands you
You're
could use
neglecting
for
the butt, dude.
No,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The
big-
little arms got those
they
ET
can't
long
reach.
ET fingers. They
No,
can
no,
reach
no,
the
no,
butt.
but the little arms are so small they can't reach the butt. So like you got to use your whole hand.
Nope.
But
Wait, what's Reptile doing?
Reptile spying on him.
What's Reptile doing?
Being bad at being animated.
They got to get him in that ninja costume. Stat.
being very
Yeah,
unbelievable. He's
for
being
real.
very unbelievable right now.
This takes me out of the story.
So they're going.
I was very,
that was
I was
the
very
one.
involved.
It wasn't
Up
the,
to this point.
the trans-dimensional ship
Yeah.
ride. You know,
I could buy into all that, but
Right. But this is where it gets a little
this
weird.
is getting really
What is
silly.
this, Bahama Mamas or something like
Now
that?
this is where they go into the
They
part
are in-
2 of the
they're
game.
in Outworld.
Yeah, they're in
Yeah.
Outworld now.
This is where they're touching on the part Mortal Kombat 2 because they're actually in Outworld, and you get to see some other shit.
This is Outworld, huh?
Oh, it's
And
nice.
the movie continues.
And so
It's
we go.
really feeling like my dining room right now.
It's very warm.
It is. Indeed, it's hot.
For those that are listening, it is warm. It's warm.
Fucking,
warm,
y'all
warm,
gotta
warm.
know how much we suffer to bring you this entertainment.
Let them know. Let the people know, Tim.
That's some.
Was that a face and a nose?
Oh, damn.
Dude, I mean, really honestly, I keep being impressed by like how well the sets are done.
Yeah, I mean, look at that
No,
sculpture.
they look awesome.
Like really, and I read that and I was kind of like, yeah, the atmosphere. But like really though, like as shitty as the movie is, kind of, but like this looks great.
It does look great.
Why,
like, these
why
sets
are there
are, like-
homeless people in Outworld? Like,
Yeah, this is
what's
like
going on?
Escape from New
Yeah,
York.
save money
they just
somehow.
stepped into Escape from New York.
Just like reptiles that just kind of
I mean,
gave
These
up.
are these are like
That
failed
was-
like trainers.
That was a
basically, like-
9.5 foot tall guy who was crucified with a little dude in him. If he didn't stand a chance, what's with all these little crackheads running around?
Well, those are
They're
like
gonna die first.
that's the family of the other
They're the
people that went
Mickeys.
off to fight in the
No,
tournament
no,
and
they're
died.
the Mickeys.
right.
They're the
So-
Mickeys of the fighting world. Like there have to be trainers here, like people that you meet to
Reptile's
give you
out.
inspirational things. you know?
Reptile's here. Reptile's ready to go.
And this was just so lucky that it got thrown right into this
right
thing
into a body.
that just apparently lays in wait
Oh yeah.
Still has like
so they can be.
the ability to
To
suck
fill plot holes.
creatures
That's
in.
what
Yeah.
that's what it waits for is to.
Let's
fill
make
plot
it like.
Actually,
So
all
apparently
all
this
that
is a-
did is that it.
this is
it
a thing
made-
that happens.
Yeah, it made Reptile a ninja.
I'm a ninja. This is a cool fight scene right here.
It's all this fucking techno.
Oh, the
man.
music
This is
came
also
back.
the best
When the
song.
techno- yeah, when the
this is the best
techno-
song on the soundtrack.
When
That's
the techno
one.
pops up, you know, yeah, here we go. This is a really good fight scene too.
I think it was always my favorite one, actually.
Yeah, there's some good choreography in here.
Do they powder them before they smack him in the face?
Oh, they powder.
Oh, dude.
They have to.
They actually, I think that was a callback to the video games when they went through that brick wall because to fight Reptile, you have to
Yeah, you
get
break into
uppercut
another.
through the-
Yeah, you got to break into
Yeah,
another.
you gotta-
you
you gotta-
break into another realm.
Well, that was in part 3. Yeah,
you can
could
break through the
uppercut
street to go to the subway. Yeah.
Certain,
Something like
certain
that, yeah.
levels were, yeah, if you uppercutted them, you go into a new level.
You know, it was more
Yeah.
than 20 years ago. Why am I even pretending like I know what I'm talking about?
Well, at this point in time, there was
I remember
no,
like
there
it
was
was
no
yesterday.
MK3 at this point.
They were trying to release them, I believe, around the same time.
Yeah, I think so.
I think this
yeah.
movie came out like maybe not even a few months before Mortal Kombat 3 hit the arcades.
Mortal Kombat 3 was almost a.
Because the end of this movie sets up Mortal Kombat 3, if you remember.
Yeah.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, it's well. I mean, you'll.
And
Where
then the
does-
next one
where
is
does-
just like a cast
Does
of
it,
characters.
the,
Oh,
so they
man.
throw
well,
in
the
every
sequel,
character.
The sequel,
ever.
though, how does it fit into
They throw in
the
Melina.
lore? Does it fit at all?
They just
Like-
they just go bonkers with it.
It's
They're
so
just like,
bonkers. It's so
we're gonna put every character we possibly can in here.
cheap ass. I mean, it looks.
We're not really worried about story. We're just
I've seen cosplay better
imagine
than
Power
what they
Rangers,
did.
Power Rangers type shit. Just
Yeah.
garbage.
I've seen cosplay at conventions better than the costumes in the sequel.
Yeah,
you know?
no shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's so bad.
I mean, that was one of the things that struck me about, like, when we did Willow, right? And what I said about the atmosphere and everything in this movie. Like, in Willow, like, you look at those costumes, like, what everybody's wearing in the village they lived in, like, they look great. Like, they look, like, this is a place and everything, and this
Yeah.
kind of has that. So yeah, it has more of an effect than
immersive,
you'd think.
yeah.
Yeah, the costumes in this one, as far as the ninjas went, wasn't too
Pretty
bad.
good. It was pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, Liu Kang's costume was really easy. Tank top, string back.
Yeah.
It would be really great if in this scene you saw the DJ in the background that's just playing the music for this whole scene.
DJ Outworld.
What would he look like?
DJ Outworld in
He would have a flat bill backwards.
Finish him.
He just has his skinny girlfriend that they do drugs together, and then these two guys that are fighting each other, and that's the only crew he's got.
Okay, he would.
what would his
he would
name
be.
be?
He would be in one of those ninja costumes, but what color?
DJ Fatality.
Yeah. He would be in one of those ninja costumes, but what color
He
would
wouldn't
the
even
DJ's
he wouldn't,
costume be?
No, he would be too
falls
proud
out
to
as
have
a
a
bunch of
DJ. He would
bugs.
just
Fucking
call
teal.
Outworld.
It would be teal color.
Teal or like
Falls out as a bunch of bugs.
Jesus Christ. DJ Fatality.
Get him, dude. Hell yeah.
Ooh,
smash
yeah,
him.
So wait. He kicked.
Well done.
Who was the guy that was fighting?
Reptile.
So that was Reptile.
Try and keep up, Zach.
Come on, man. He's green, dog. They're color coded for children.
So why did he smash the little reptile in the body?
Because he was
He
bad
didn't
guy.
know. I guess he didn't know he was gonna like turn into that.
He didn't know that when he fell perfectly into that body,
Right.
that it would make him humanoid, and the fight would get worse.
Oh shit! Yeah.
These are real problems.
That's not very logical. Yeah.
He only figured out that shit was going bad when the techno music kicked in. That's what. Then he was like, "Oh, I hear techno
Seriously,
music.
dude, like that.
I'm about to have to fight somebody.
That's the satire parody scene I want to see.
I'm about
It's
to have
like-
to fight somebody. You hear that music? In the
Oh,
background.
dude. You hear that driving bass line, you know some shit's about to pop
Yeah,
off.
watch out.
So at this point,
DJ Outworld.
At this point, do you think Liu Kang should be like, "Hey guys, if y'all see some weird,
Stay away from those
reptilian
fucking
things,
statues.
please don't kick them into those guys.
Don't throw
because they're going
don't-
to cause a major problem, and we're going to have like 15 minutes worth of
Yeah.
fighting. we're
Dude,
gonna
no,
have to
look,
do.
there was
We're
a
gonna have to hear
DJ.
that fucking song again.
No. No, the biggest issue is fighting in this thing is there's no turkey legs around to get your strength back.
It's emu legs. Why do you keep calling them turkey legs?
Could you imagine?
That's pretty bad, right
Could you
there.
imagine him and Johnny Cage comparing
That's
notes?
bad.
It's like, wait, you went to like what world? Nah, dude, it was like bamboo sticks
Yeah.
and like cobwebs, man. Like, how'd
crazy.
that happen?
They put Sonya in a skimpy little outfit.
Oh, they teased her hair.
I know.
Teased her hair,
Shang Tsung's
too.
like, get her hair did for
yeah.
me.
Poof it. It's not poofy
What
enough.
is this, 95?
95.
95.
Get rid of
Yeah.
that fucking ponytail.
Why would he want the poofy?
And tease your hair, woman.
Yes, and I need 12 virgins dressed like monks to come in.
You know, did you
And
notice it's all a
watch.
bunch of young white boys?
Yes.
Well, you can
There's
tell they
your
walk.
virgins.
They walk like virgins.
What else was the bad guy in?
Right? What does that even mean?
We got the giggles now.
All right, no.
What else was the bad guy in?
Which bad guy?
He's been in a lot of stuff.
Shang Tsung, bad guy?
It really
Yeah.
depends on who you think the
Or
bad guy is, because I
Kano,
identify
I mean,
I mean, from my
differently.
perspective,
Honestly,
Johnny
the
Cage
director
is the bad guy.
director is the bad guy in this situation.
Right.
Probably.
So what's his name?
Paul W.S. Anderson.
Shang Tsung.
Called out.
Yeah,
Is that his name,
Shang
Shang Tsung?
Yeah.
Shang Tsung, yeah.
Your soul is mine.
Damn, he was in Nash Bridges, y'all.
For real?
That's incredible.
You got really psyched about that.
Yeah, I remember watching it with my dad.
Playing your game.
I don't want you to play. That's why you're fucking chained up, idiot.
Dude, he was in the Tekken film too.
Yep,
Wow.
yep.
You're the
What?
only person that cares about that at this table.
I love the
Yeah.
Tekken anime
What?
movies.
No,
though.
it's just weird to
They're
me.
badass.
That's kind of weird.
Does it go back to it being all connected?
Are you trying to say
I'm trying to
that
get you to do it.
Dude, they put
It is
Sonya
all
in this like
connected.
Thank you.
Barbarella
it is
costume.
all connected.
They're trying to make her look like fucking Jane Fonda.
Hey, man, that's cool. Me.
You mean Hanoi Jane? The fucking
Hanoi
traitor?
Jane, yeah.
what?
Oh boy.
You never heard about that?
She would go over and
You
talk
never-
to the
no,
the
you-
troops and
No, okay. So what happened? Like, we'll get into some history since Chris is leaving because now we can do some highbrow shit. But no, so Jane Fonda, right, famous actor. Like, whenever the Vietnam,
actress, yeah.
whenever the Vietnam thing was happening, she went over to visit. Like
visit the troops and stuff
she
like
visited.
that.
No, she visited the North Vietnamese
yeah,
people.
yeah.
She wanted
Yeah,
to see the people.
Yeah.
But what happened is she ended up being a dumb fucking film actress and like thinking she was helping people out. But what they really did is like basically like
Mortal Kombat cannot be
she basically gave them like secrets and shit like that. Like they basically like they use it for propaganda, and they tricked her and like saying, no, we're just gonna show you the people, and then they used all this footage and these pictures to do that. So like during that time, she got like blacklisted in Hollywood because she was a traitor.
That's silly.
Look at his eyebrows.
Well, I know she helped people get really good legs, so that's all I care about.
You'll fight me.
Look, Shang Tsung was a pussy. He was like, Johnny Cage, I challenge you. Because he don't want to fight Liu Kang.
I am Liu Kang.
He would have got bitched out by fucking Johnny Cage anyway.
Kung Lao.
Oh, they mentioned Kung Lao.
So that was his brother at the very beginning.
Yeah.
That was a little bro, yeah.
So this is all...
He has to accept or they forfeit the tournament.
Right.
Leave us!
So is this the climactic scene?
This is the fight.
They're fighting on top of the logo.
Let them fight. Let them fight.
To myself.
Get out of here, virgins. Go ahead and go and get. Go and get.
I will pick that up.
On your way out, pick that shit up.
Nice dress.
I mean, you know what the implication is? Is somebody had to forcibly put her in that. That's weird.
And then made her sit still while they teased her hair.
Ooh, some
Here's
more
the
techno,
song.
bro. Here we go, bro.
Test your might.
Dude, I'm trying to get Liu Kang ripped. What's up?
Yeah.
It's the shoulder bumps, man.
The traps?
Is that what the tops are? I thought that was back here.
It's your trapezius
What's
muscles.
back here?
No, that's your ladder. That's
Lats,
your lats.
and then these are the
up there is your trapezius muscles. Connects your shoulders to your neck.
All right.
It's almost, he's like a mini Bo Yang or whatever his name is. Bolo?
His chest ain't nearly big enough.
No.
Yeah, Bolo Yang.
He ain't got nothing on them titties.
Dude, Bolo Yang got them fucking
Yeah,
man boobies.
fucking
Dog.
ridiculous, yeah.
You always jiggle them like The Rock.
Yeah.
Bolo Yang's my guy, though. I wish Bolo Yang
That's a
was in this.
scary looking dude.
Like, as much as I say I would fight Goro, I would never fight Bolo Yang.
Okay, for a game that got famous because having a lot of blood, that right there is the first time you see blood in this movie.
That's true.
I've been waiting this whole movie to say that.
Shit.
You saw some bugs.
Yeah,
but you don't see
that is the first time. You can go back and rewatch this movie. That is the first time you see fucking straight.
This movie is like probably fresh off, like
He's
a couple
straight
years fresh off the whole controversy. So they were like,
well,
let's
yeah,
just...
and if they wanted to keep a PG-13 rating, they can't have a lot of fucking blood.
Right, but I think it probably would have done better.
Listen, you guys.
Oh yeah,
So hold on, did this movie break budget?
They should have done an R-rated.
They're like, we
want to
show them a different side of Mortal Kombat. We want to show them the lore.
No, we didn't talk about the budget.
gore.
It was done for $18 million.
And got 122.
122 million.
It's a fucking huge success.
Yeah, it was a phenomenon. They cashed in at the perfect time. They made that movie the perfect time.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Mortal Kombat was at the height of its popularity.
Well, Mortal Kombat had come out. They came out with a sequel that was very successful, and there was like, this
people
is the
knew
time
a third one was on the way.
Because the third one might not, like if you can do two in a row, then you're.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hey guys, I'm back.
The second one was.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
I mean, a lot of people consider Mortal Kombat 2 one of the best fighting games of all time, next to Street Fighter 2.
Yeah.
It's
whoopsie,
toasty.
And
No,
Clay
but
Fighters.
for serious,
Clay Fighters is number 3.
I'm very
Dude, I
sorry.
love Clay
Anybody
Fighters.
remember that?
I love
video?
Clay
Clay
Fighter?
Fighters.
That was fun.
Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Clay
I
Fighters.
have no idea what it is.
Those
It
early,
was
early
pretty
3D
bad.
graphics. Yeah, I love that game though, dude. That game was
I
awesome.
saw that at
You loved
Respawn.
Clay
I saw that at
Fighter?
I saw that at Respawn, and I almost bought it just for nostalgia.
I rented it a bunch of times from Star Video.
Oh yeah, you
R.I.P.
totally caught that.
Yo, this got us captivated. We're watching. We're like, fuck.
This is pretty
We're
good.
Wait a
out
minute.
here.
How is this even legal,
Some
man?
good
He's supposed to be
costumes.
fighting like Shang Tsung,
I
and
like
he got a bunch of
I
samurai.
like how they really captured the video games where like the attackers like come at you one at a
One
time.
at a time.
You know, they really like. This probably set the scene for Assassin's Creed and
How,
games
wait,
like it. You gotta
how did he
say.
not break tournament rules with all these other fucking guys?
Batman Arkham games.
Wait, do you really think there were rules to this fucking tournament?
Hell yeah, dog.
Like at least like
They're sucking people into
like
alternate
Bloodsport.
dimensions.
Well,
there was.
No,
Dog,
Bloodsport
the fate-
had structure. This game
There's
has
no structure here.
The fate of the realms depend on the rules. Like, I
Yeah.
guarantee there's some rules.
Yeah, no, yeah. That's,
So there's
they,
some
they,
rules.
they keep talking about the rules fucking
Yeah.
constantly.
That's why Raiden couldn't fight, because
Like
he
the
had
rules are very
It's like you
simple.
can only fight if you fight.
But
in
then they're
like a
breaking the
weird
rules all the
place.
time. Like Liu Kang and Katana fought, and neither one of them died.
And died. Well, those other guys
Well, then
didn't die.
she fought the other guy and like he let her live, right?
Yeah. Nobody
Yeah,
wants,
but
she's
Sonya
a babe,
Blade
dude. Nobody wants to kill her.
straight up snapped Kano's neck.
Face your
It's her
worst
choice, you
fear.
know.
It was fatality.
Not afraid of
her
my
choice.
destiny.
Oh, this is cool. We get to see Shang Tsung do his power move,
Oh, yeah.
shape shifting.
Finally.
Oh shit!
Look,
Oh,
that's kind of fucked up. Yeah, that's
It's real
dark.
fucked up.
That's like that.
Come on,
Not
dude.
cool, Shang Tsung.
You literally just saw it with Shang Tsung, dog. What's up? You just saw it.
Yeah. But it's still, you'd have a hard time fucking punching your dead brother in the face.
So do you know why? Shang Tsung was not a playable character?
What is he talking about?
Because he lost.
What does that even mean?
I just want my truck back.
Just want my truck.
Do you know why Shang Tsung was not a playable character on the first one? Why it was only the
Because they
boss?
hadn't figured out how to let you do that.
It
How
took
to
too
switch
much.
through.
It took too much RAM to let him because in the load up for each one they'd have to load up every single character for Shang Tsung in the
And switch
beginning.
up the move patterns
Yeah.
so you could do that character's
They
moves.
didn't have the computational capacity.
Even just no, that's really cool though.
Yeah.
That's cool.
You could play him
Because when you would switch into the other character, that meant you could do all their moves too. So they had to switch everything around.
But the thing that's fascinating about
They
the
had to load
old
up
school,
every
like the
single
old school
character.
video games, right? And since we're talking about like Sega and Genesis, and then the even ones older past that, all they are is like a bunch of circuits on a board. And it's just you feed
You
feed one
real
signal
life,
in
man.
and then it comes out and like that's the game and it's
Yeah,
kind of
right.
fascinating. You're not reading like a digital thing, like it's like
No, yeah, it's not
a
digital,
circuit
it's
board
wires.
it's
in
all
a box
board,
and
yeah.
you plug it in, connect this,
Right.
you finish
Yeah.
the circuit of the Nintendo.
Right,
Like that's
right.
fascinating.
It's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, so they didn't know how to
right.
they didn't know how to load up every character in one
Like
fight.
they had
which
to
is
like
what
try out
Shang Tsung
different
was.
capacitors to make it work.
All right.
and
So,
they did
so
it.
this is the film's answer to the level of the pit.
Yeah, yeah.
Bungee
Basically,
pit.
yeah.
You got the spikes.
But why is there all? Yeah, put the spikes just on the logo so that there's all these totally safe spots to land.
They do themselves a disservice that
But it looks
reptiles
cool.
at the
Did
bottom
it looks
kind
cool.
of walking
Just
around
do it.
like.
Look,
Just do it, Goro.
Did the fighting scenes in the game not change as you went through them? You know, like you can punch through the wall and go to a different
But
level.
that didn't come
You
into
can only
like the
do that
third
in part
one.
three.
Really?
That
So
is
that
that
hadn't
kind of
been
stuff.
done.
No, I feel that was in
You
the
could
second.
uppercut
That
the
was in
person on the
It's like
pit,
as
and
you
they
go
would
through
fall.
the fight, you're fighting where area
Levels-
changes. Yeah.
levels
That,
were-
that only
you're
came
right.
in in
You're
part
Maybe
three.
they got it from
You're
the
right.
movie.
You couldn't explore
That's
through
kinda-
stages until 3.
Yeah, it was
You're
three.
right. You're right.
Well, they were probably developing 3 at the time of this movie, so maybe.
Come on, Liu Kang.
Yeah, they tried to get them to come out at very close. I mean, like I said, Mortal Kombat 3, the game, probably came out months after this movie.
I mean, you know,
it was very
it-
closely
it
tied
would-
in,
it's
and
not far-
they did that on purpose.
It's not far fetched to think that maybe whenever they were developing the video game, they probably got they got the idea from watching the movie. It was like, well, these fight scenes they develop through the time, they get crazier. Maybe we can make that into the game.
Well,
That's
they did. It
that's cool.
did affect the games going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, they changed the character of Kano because they liked how that actor portrayed him in this.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, they changed where
They changed
where he
him-
was born.
Yeah, they changed his nationality and everything.
That's all they did.
Well, they changed his backstory up a little bit. Well, I mean,
A little bit.
I pity you.
but they wanted this movie to come out. They wanted to make sure this movie was ready to go before the Mortal Kombat 3 came out.
Yeah.
Because they wanted this to hype up
Yeah,
the
release.
game.
Yeah.
Because whatever is millions
shit,
millions of
I mean, it did really
Y'all,
well.
here it
but
comes.
millions of
About to get
dollars, millions of dollars this movie made is nothing compared to the quarters that would get
Yeah.
put into those arcade boxes.
Right.
How
all
much
over
money
the
do you think
fucking
they
world.
made from the game?
Way more.
I'd
Oh,
love to
fucking
know. Just from
Millions and millions.
millions and millions and millions and millions. I mean, this was fucking money, but they wanted kids standing in line at those
Yeah.
arcades all over the fucking
It's
world.
what kept Williams alive
Yeah. Which is now NetherRealm.
now. Yeah,
I get because they parted ways.
for sure. But it was William. It was like a branch of Williams.
All right, Liu Kang, hit down, forward,
There you go.
low punch. Get him out of there.
Oh,
That was actually a forward, high punch, I
yeah,
think.
that was the high fireball.
Damn, you fucked up.
That's
There was-
really all it took.
You had the high fireball, low fireball.
Flawless victory.
Dude, one
That
of those
was
things-
not a flawless
my
victory,
God.
Liu
Nah,
Kang.
you got punched in the butt.
That was
bunch of
not a
times.
fucking flawless victory.
And he's withering away. There goes all
And
the
all the
souls.
souls are set free. And for some reason, apparently, every soul that Shang Tsung ever
Damn, that's a lot
absorbed
of souls,
was
too.
good. They were just like,
Right? You don't think some of those
none of
souls
these
are like
going to hell. These are all
bad people?
going. These
Some
are
of them
all.
should be. Some of those things
Thank
should
you,
probably
Liu
go to
Kang.
hell, right?
What if he's like letting loose like other tyrants and sorcerers and?
Well, this is probably he let Kung Lao loose.
Well, that
dog.
actually is, yeah. And Shinnok, which is in the
Shinnok,
games,
yeah.
comes out later. He freed his
There's his
brother's
little brother.
soul.
Shinnok, Quan Chi. That's all Mortal Kombat 4.
Yeah, that's the first
Yeah.
time they came in. Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew you'd come. Chan.
He was so popular they kept him around in all the future games.
His little brother.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Quan Chi.
Oh, yeah,
Quan
Quan
Chi,
Chi. I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
what? Quan Chi was real.
You don't remember the character?
I was like, where was Shannon?
No, it wasn't. It
What?
just said Liu Kang's brother. That's
all.
That was it. Do you want to play as Liu Kang's brother?
Liu Kang's brother.
Okay, so I guess okay. So I'm checking it out, right? And Mortal Kombat sold 32.5 million copies, but Tekken sold 46. Shit. Oh.
But that's not talking. That's not.
Screw
That's not.
Tekken. Tekken wouldn't exist without
That's
Mortal
you're talking
Kombat.
about. You're talking about
PlayStation,
cartridges.
bro.
That's
Yeah.
not talking.
I can't find
We're talking about
I can't find a
arcade
real
cabinets.
number.
Yeah, we're talking about.
I can't find a real number.
There's.
It's a hard number to
probably
find.
isn't.
When it comes to
It's gotta-
arcade cabinets,
yeah,
it's
it's
hard
a-
to find.
Tekken-
them.
hard
went,
number to-
Tekken went hard as fuck on the arcades too.
But I'm talking about
Yeah.
how many. Yeah, but
Tekken
still.
3, man.
But that was just after the fact. And Virtua Fighter 2 on the Neo Geo, like everybody knows
But
that.
I was a
nothing.
huge
Nothing like
Virtua
what
Fighter
Mortal
fan.
Kombat
It
and
wasn't
Street
a
Fighter
Neo
2
Geo
did.
game. You have that all
I mean,
wrong. That was a
Mortal
Sega game.
Kombat almost changed
Fatal Fury
American
was
legislation.
Neo Geo.
Like,
Fatal Fury, Battle
Yeah,
Arena,
you're right, you're right.
Toshinden.
My bad.
Yeah.
That was all the weird Neo Geo shit.
Yeah.
You're right. You're
DJ
right. My bad, my bad.
Fatality,
My bad.
Fatality.
That DJ
They should
is
show him
tearing
again
it
in the
up, man.
background right now.
They pulled that DJ
Man.
from Outworld, and we're like, we got to have him here.
Yeah.
in our
We
Gotta
We
have
need
him,
this
dude.
guy.
Hey, can you play something a little more upbeat? Hey, bro, can you play some Earth
Could
jams?
you just maybe pick it up a little
Can you
bit?
like play some Earth jams? We kind
It's-
of like
it's-
we
it's
like
Earth Jam, Volume 8.
Okay, here we go. This is almost like the scene in Street Fighter 2 where they like do their moves. Here's the teaser ending though that sets up Mortal Kombat 3. Because in Mortal Kombat 3,
Oh,
Shao
the
Kahn,
Emperor. Yeah, the Emperor.
Shao Kahn, comes through and starts invading Earthrealm. This is where you find out that there's. Look at that.
What the fuck?
Wow.
Fools, I've
I don't remember this.
I'm thinking 3 was definitely out at this
I
point.
don't think so. It's just
You're
like how
like-
Street Fighter ends, where they go into their
Holy
stance.
shit.
An
Okay.
absolutely incredible film.
I want to say I had probably almost as much or more fun with this one than I did with Street Fighter.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. Like, what is it about
I
these
don't know.
fucking fighting movies that is so
Well,
much fun to
It's
do?
the
There's only
techno,
2 of them.
obviously. It's the
It's the
fucking
techno,
music, dog.
yeah.
Yeah, that music.
I noticed
sucks.
that the credits said Paul Anderson, so I don't think that Paul Thomas Anderson was
No, it
making
was
movies yet.
W.S. Anderson.
Whenever Paul
Yeah,
Thomas
that's about
Anderson,
There Will Be Blood,
Yeah.
Paul Anderson.
right? Whenever Paul Thomas
Magnolia.
Anderson started making movies, this guy had to fucking change his name because Paul Thomas Anderson.
Well,
is
they're
so good.
brothers.
All right. Anyway, final thoughts.
They're brothers.
I don't
Final
think so.
thoughts.
Yeah, no, they're brothers.
Tim.
And when he directed this, he's like was like
No,
a
are they really?
fucking like
I don't-
21,
they're not
22.
No, are they really?
Get outta
Look
here.
it up.
Hold on,
They're
let's
not
look it
fucking
up.
I
brothers.
swear to God, they're brothers.
Let's look it up. Hold on.
Why would the
This dude is the younger brother of
why
the
would
other
both
one.
of their first names be Paul?
Because I don't know. I don't know. Tell me I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I
Why
might be
would
wrong.
both of their first
I don't
names
know.
be-
I don't know why I've always had that idea in my head.
That's absolutely wrong.
Okay.
No, he's like.
Okay.
I don't even
No.
know if you're being serious right
I
now.
was. I was being
No,
100%
no,
serious.
bro.
I don't
She's
know
like-
where I ever got that idea in my head.
I
Yeah, they're
look,
brothers.
No, look.
She's
look,
like,
no,
Dennis,
yeah. Look, George
Dennis, I
Foreman
won't-
named all his kids
Look,
George.
I
so
won't.
it's like-
Listen, I had such
Thanks
a
for
good
throwing
time.
me a bone. Zach.
Okay.
Look,
okay.
Alligator's Tom Woodruff
Look,
Jr.
final thoughts, Tim. Final thoughts. You ridiculous son of a bitch.
I mean, I, you know, like I always try to do with these, I put it all out on the table. I think this movie's, I mean, that fucking song, dude. Like, that song sums it up
good.
for me. It's a good, silly movie. I hope that this opens the door to us doing the fucking second one, though, because I cannot wait for that day. But yeah, this was fun. I figured it would be. This movie's not as fucking ridiculous as a Street Fighter movie. But, yeah.
Chris?
All right, there's films like Godfather. There's films like Citizen Kane, okay? Lawrence of
Aaron's
Arabia.
fist
There's
bumping.
all these incredible films out there. And then you have a film like Mortal Kombat
Every
that
once in a while,
comes
a
in
film
and
comes
says,
along.
you want
Once
to
in
know
a
what?
while.
We're 1995, but we still got it. And they made an incredible film. One of the best films I think I've probably ever seen.
It deserved every award it won, too.
Every single award that it won.
You asshole.
Just pull up the IMDb and just look at the credentials, honestly. And yeah,
It speaks for itself.
Aaron, what are your thoughts?
Quit fist pumping for
Yeah,
a second.
Aaron's fist pumping right now. He can't
I
get
can't
out
help
of this
myself.
song
It's the
right
fucking
now.
music, dog.
Aaron, what?
All right, so my takeaway from this
Get
movie.
back on the clock.
My takeaway from this movie is that I've always enjoyed it. It got me pumped up as a kid. It gets me pumped up as an adult. I could fuck Goro up, and
This is not. You can't fuck her up. Well, I
I
don't know
can
why.
fuck Goro up.
Never mind.
Other than that, you know what? It's a good like.
It's a good romp.
It's a good. It absolutely. It is a romp, and it's a very good freshman outing for Paul Anderson. He did Event Horizon.
Yeah.
After this, which we're probably going to...
Was that him or was that his brother? Was that his brother you were talking
Paul
about?
Thomas?
That was blood.
That was his twin brother.
No, so, I mean, at the end of the day, man, great
Are
movie.
there lyrics to this
great
song?
actions. Atmospheric.
I think KMFDM did a song on this album.
I want to give a shout out to DJ Outworld. Shout out to DJ Outworld. Shout out to
MC
Lil,
Fatality.
Shout out to Lil Reptile. He's on SoundCloud. Check him out, Lil Reptile.
Little reptile.
I'm pretty sure there is a little reptile.
And shout out to all 2 of our Patreon subscribers. Thank you guys.
Shout out to Kim Lavery.
Hell yeah.
Allison Savage.
Anyway, Zach, what about you, bro?
Zach's just listening to the song.
I had a fun time.
Welcome back, by the way. I forgot to say that, welcome back, Zach.
We missed you.
We totally, we could not do this without you for sure, Zach. So, welcome back.
Yeah, like the one that you did without me. That was terrible, actually.
It was so bad.
Fuck yourself.
God damn, Last Action Hero. Really? That's the one you're gonna pick?
Yeah.
Was that the entrance of Arnold?
I think so.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's Sonya Blade.
I liked
Oh, yeah.
it. I had fun. This was
You
a
would
very.
have known that
this,
if you would have been here.
Make-
This was a very antagonistic episode.
Make the cheers, Zach. What are we cheersing to?
Cheers to whoever designed the sets, the grips, the people, the carpenters, the union hands
The
that
unsung heroes.
that busted their ass to push those sets into place and build everything to make that this movie actually still look good.
The one very overworked
the
spider.
sets- the sets were
Dude,
really
props to the crew. Fuck the
Cheers.
director. Like,
Absolutely. Cheers.
I do want to say, everybody listening, keep listening. We got a lot of stuff coming out of the pipe. We're gonna start.
I wouldn't really talk about things like that too much because God knows when this is coming out.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying we're gonna.
Could be a year from now.
It could be, but we're gonna start reworking some formulas. We have cool things. We want to get you guys involved. We want to do a live show whenever that comes time. You know what I mean? Just
keep messing with us.
In a short way of putting it, thanks for being our fans.
It was Alec Guinness and the Boros.
All right, hosts of A to Z Movie Night, Tim and Chris, you want to close this shit out?
Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening.
If
Really
you
do appreciate it.
Yeah, if you are still listening, thank you very much.
Y'all got shout outs
This
for
was
anybody?
a lot of fun.
Yeah, let's do some shout outs.
We're gonna. I'm gonna. No, I don't.
No, I don't either. I mean, DJ Outworld for sure.
DJ
but
Outworld
I
for
mean,
sure, but
other than that,
check out. He'll be playing at Thirsty soon. All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, as always, for listening. This has been another episode of A to Z Movie Night.
Okay, bye.
Good night.
Same.
Oh, it's gonna be a good.
Dude,
cigarette.
George Clinton?
George S. Clinton.
What?
No, like Parliament.
George Buckethead.
Buckethead.
Hold on, we're still recording. We're still recording. We're still recording. We're still recording.
Buckethead on Street Fighter
Hold on.
2?
Hold on.
I forgot to mention.
I need.
No, was he on
No.
Last Action Hero?
No, it can't be him.
George fucking Clinton.
We
No,
just
it's not
saw
him. It's not
Buckethead
him.
on another movie we
It's
just
not him.
did.
It's not him.
No, they're brothers.
No, it's not him. But he did do Cheech and Chong Still Smoking. And Austin Powers. Dude, he did Cheech and Chong and Austin Powers.
I swear it was Street Fighter. We were looking at the song for the soundtrack.
Hold on.
Oh, no, you're right. You're right.
No. He did, dude, he did Wild Things. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't wrong. I wasn't wrong. That's all going on the episode, by the way.
Put my flippity flops on. You think?
Let Mortal Kombat begin.
A handful of people on a leaky boat are gonna save the world.
Exactly. Mortal men and women defending your own world is not about death, but life. Ha 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 ha!